But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Congratulations to all you Yankee fans on your 27th World Series.
Hey.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Stop it.
What? I was watching the news. They said they can't lose
Stop
now.
it.
You saw it?
I know I saw it.
There's a whole montage of how the Yankees cannot lose this one.
A lot of jinxing going on. I don't like seeing that. We all have that horrific memory of Boston kicking our asses.
Wasn't horrific for everyone.
Well, no. I'm saying, Yankee fans.
Yeah.
That will stand out in history as one of the worst performances by a team choking. Well, best performance of a team choking ever. And no counting chickens.
Yep.
No counting chickens.
Well, the news has it won. I think Sam's putting a montage together of the Jinx broadcast we just saw.
All the Jinx broadcasts where they're like, well, they can't lose now. It's like, I think we're going to see them win it tonight.
This one's in the bag.
Shut it.
Cliff Lee's a problem, though.
Yeah.
Destroy the Yankees.
Well, here's what I'm really hoping. They go against Lee
and lose.
And no.
You want them to lose so you could win it at home.
Don't care. Don't care. If
Every
stadium.
sports fan wants their team to win it at home. Come on.
I want to see that loudmouth bitch behind home plate cry. I'll get into that later. But I want to see them go in, and I want to see Lee get a fucking pasting to see that, that was a fluke the other day. All right. Now the Yankees have come to play with this fucking guy. Will it happen? Very rare.
Now Lee's going to kick ass tonight.
Lee's very good.
And then you get your championship at home.
Well,
and then you get to go to the game. To cheer on your Yankees.
Well, that would be nice to go to the fucking game.
That would be nice,
that would
right?
Be nice. But I'd rather them just clean it up there, so that fucking pit. There was a woman that completely distracted me from the game. Some Philly cougar in a white turtleneck shirt. And whenever there was a left-hand batter, you could see this woman. Mm-hmm. And what a loudmouth Philly whore this woman was. Just a loudmouth. There, obviously, a lot of people this World Series and during the playoffs are having a problem with strikes and balls. And the ump's calls on him. The strike zone for a while last night. Well, I don't know where the fuck it was.
They were showing on the literally they were perfect strikes. He called balls against the Yankees.
It was crazy.
It was terrible.
And then strikes that were balls that were strikes. It was insane.
Maybe Fox's technology is off.
Maybe it's technology. Well,
maybe
something? The camera angles are so goddamn good. You're seeing that going. And they show the replay and everything.
Yeah.
So
when you got robots that can tell you if it's a ball or strike, I don't know why you're using human eyes.
Why are you using this fat fuck?
use the human eyes for everything else.
And this woman is hanging out back there. And then at one point, Posada turns around to the ump to go like, hey, you sure about that? You know, whatever they say to the ump when it's a bad call. They think it's a bad call. You just see her face and she goes, shut up! To Posada.
That's awesome.
And it's like, oh, you classless whore. Oh, did I want to see somebody come by and spill a beer on her head?
I really want to see her if we can get a string cap of her.
She had a turtleneck on. Then I guess she got a little chilly, so she put a little jacket on over it.
You were obsessed with her, huh?
She's behind the guy in one guy in red.
Well, they're all in red.
Yeah, I know. but no, there was one guy right there that had a and kind of behind I think she was a little more to the left of that.
And you
shot.
could hear her,
dude. The whole time I twittered it last night. And got so many responses from people going, oh, my God, I thought I was the only one that noticed this loudmouth bitch.
You have a picture of her?
And you could just hear it. And then he goes, and then somebody said he swears that he heard her yell the N-word out to Cece at some point.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
She was that type of person.
Well,
she absolutely was.
What type of person?
Yeah,
your soulmate?
Privileged.
Thank you. I didn't know how to say it, Jimmy. I was trying to keep it safe, but get my point across. You nailed it.
Just a old Philly cougar. Shut your yap.
Hey, let me go to
Put
Mark.
your fucking Philly fight towels down. Wipe your ass with it. Wipe your asses with it.
Towels. Stop it.
Spinning the
It's
towels.
their thing. What can I tell you?
Oh, good. Yeah, great. I love fans with props.
Terrible.
Stop it.
Mark in South New Jersey. Mark.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
What's up?
Hey, Opie, it's me being a faithful Philadelphia Phillies fan, I think it's time for you to jump on the Yankees bandwagon.
You know, I got to tell you, I've been looking at those Yankee hats going, you know what, I think I would look good in a Yankee hat.
I feel bad if I even thought for a second Opie might be a Yankee fan. He is incapable of becoming a fan of a team he despises.
But I'm not even a rah-rah, I want the Phillies to win. I'm just in a bad spot this year.
But if the
Mets fans
are in
a
the
bad
series,
spot.
You'd be fucking crazy for them.
I'd be rah-rahing the Mets.
Yeah, of course.
Even though I haven't really followed them that closely in the last few years.
You're not missing much.
Nah.
I follow their injury stats this year. It was fantastic.
So 1 to go. You guys are feeling good?
Feeling good. You know, a little tentative. You got to look out. And that Sox meltdown is always in the back of your head. So I just hope they could do something tonight. I hope they beat up Lee a little bit more. He was ridiculously dominant in Game 2.
So you don't have confidence in your team.
No, I have the absolute confidence.
Let Lee have his win tonight. And then you guys get your big World Series at Yankee Stadium.
With his let me catch the ball like I'm fucking Bugs Bunny playing the Gas House Gorillas. Stop it.
Because he's bored out there.
Oh,
he's that damn good.
Hey, behind my back. What are you going to do today? Pitch with a mirror over your shoulder backwards? You magician.
I'll tell you this much. The umps in this World Series suck a dick.
Terrible.
Is it, or has the coverage gotten so good?
No.
Me and Jimmy were mentioning
Hold
something.
on, my reason for this is very simple. When A-Rod got hit in the first inning, and then the ump is warning both sides, that was so stupid. There was
unnecessary.
There was no reason to hit A-Rod on purpose in that situation.
No.
And as an umpire, you got to understand that. Because now that confuses everybody. Because, you know, Girardi wanted his animal there to pitch inside, and now he's like, whoa, my whole strategy is to pitch the Phillies inside.
Yeah.
Now, if my boy hits one of the Phillies, I'm in trouble here.
Why would he warn both teams when the Yankees hadn't even done anything? It was... But why blame? Why warn both sides?
But the Phillies have no reason to hit A-Rod in that situation.
I know. No one should have gotten a warning. To warn both of them was stupid.
Uh-oh. What, Jimmy? What? Share.
I didn't know that they did this. Share. There's a picture of the Philly fanatic with a pair of boxing gloves on, and the guy they pretend is a Yankee fan knocked out. The Philly fanatic knocked him out.
Oh, gosh. That is funny.
You're missing something in that picture.
Well, Joe Frazier's the guest ref.
You.
I mean, you know.
Joe Frazier's the guest ref. Joe Frazier actually agreed to that.
Did he?
Philly
then
fanatic.
again, we had Joe Frazier in here, and I don't think he knew what he was agreeing to.
He should have belted the fanatic in the head. Just watch him fucking
Imagine he
fall
agrees
over.
to do the skit, and he thinks, oh, you want me to fight the Philly fanatic?
You want me to fight him for real? Pull that stupid party favor out of his mouth and punch him between the eyes.
Let me say hi to Drew in Bama, as in Alabama. Drew, what do you got, man?
Ant, what's happening? Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Ant, man.
Yeah.
You're talking a lot of trash about Philly with the flags and stuff, or
the towels, yes. Philly fight towels.
Well, I honestly, man, Yankees have bought the best players for years.
Stop.
Oh, my God. Have they really? Have they? Wow, I never heard this argument before.
But you can't downplay that and yell at another team for having silly props.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because buying a team, any team can spend money, and the Yankee team that was built, that was the great Yankee team, was all farm system guys.
Yep.
And they made a lot of bad moves after, and Yankee fans hated a lot of those big-name buys that didn't work out.
The big unit.
Randy Johnson, fucking Gary Sheffield, all these guys that were never wanted.
Crap.
Coming along. When the Yankees built to the 3 out of the 4-year championships, it was done on a trade for Knobloch and a bunch of fucking farm system guys.
Jimmy turned back into a hardcore Yankee fan in the last 2 weeks.
It's like I couldn't.
This is like the old Jimmy. What's going on? I'm so confused this
I got
morning.
sick of not watching the team, and now the way I'm watching again, I'm like,
were
this
motherfuckering these guys for the last year and a half, 2 years.
I'm like, this is why I don't like sports, because it affects me so much.
Isn't it like personal?
I literally,
I'm so confused right now.
I literally at one point last night had to put down what I was eating because I was going to throw it through my flat screen television. When Chamberlain gave up that home run, I'm like, I'm going to throw. And my girlfriend's watching. I'm like, she's like, at least there wasn't two men on, a man on. I'm like, you don't get it.
You don't get it.
It was a bullpen. It's 4-2, and the fucking bullpen comes in and gives up that fucking final run.
That fucking job. When I see him warming up in the pen, I get an ulcer. And I'm ready to throw things at that point. Oh, is he the...
Hey, here's your... You got a guaranteed win tonight, Anthony.
Oh, great. Really?
Guaranteed win. Well, the news has said so. And we put a little montage together for you.
Well, it could be all over tonight. The Yankees are just one win away from their first World Series title in 9 years.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Philadelphia. The Yankees now just one win away from their 27th World Championship. And remember, when Joe Girardi signed on as manager here, he picked the number 27 because he wanted to capture that 27th World Championship, and the Yankees will go after that tonight.
We're out here in front of Citizens Bank Park, and I want you to take a look at that, because that P up there, that stands, of course, for Phillies baseball. They're going to have to change that to a Y or an NY for Yankees after tonight's win, because you know they are going to win the game tonight. You know what? I have to tell you, all in all, Phillies fans, I mean, of course, we're making fun of them and teasing them because we know that they're ultimately going to be very sad because the Yankees will end up winning the World Series. Tonight will be one more win coming our way. That's the very latest from here. Back to you guys in the studio.
You guys are so losing tonight.
That's a
and this has nothing to
saying
do with my dumb sports cars. You're so losing.
Jinx, jinxy. And
you're so losing.
Well, the jinx thing I bring up because of stupid Joe Buck, that motherfucker, who just every time he has to say something about the Yankees right before something bad usually happens. It didn't last night, but when Rivera comes out to relieve, and it's like, well, Rivera been perfect. Every outing in this postseason just been amazing.
He's never blown a 3-run lead in the postseason.
Never blown a 3-run lead in the postseason. And I'm sitting there going, wow, we are going to see the first time he's done this now.
But he didn't.
I know he didn't. Thank God his talent was better than Joe Buck's curse. But the curse of Joe Buck is it is there.
What happened to Tim McCarver? I remember when he used to call a really good baseball game.
He's just an old fucking doddering fool.
He's a bit on the doddering side, isn't he?
I heard him talking about Pearl Jam last night.
Was he really talking about Pearl Jam?
Yeah, he likes the new album or something. I think it was Joe Buck.
Maybe it was Joe Buck.
McCarver didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
All right.
I really wished I was listening to Sterling last night, though, in that 9th inning. When Johnny Damon... When he jumped off the second, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Were you freaking out?
What are you doing?
Like, he gets to second, just beats the throw to second, and then he gets up and starts running to third. And you're like, he's in a rundown. And then you realize there's no one on third. Where was the person that was supposed to be on third?
The infield had shifted, I think. I don't know exactly
where he went.
Shifted
where? To the dugout?
I don't know.
There was no one even close to third.
I got an inside info thing on that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he had to go take a leak.
Oh, you had a pee-pee?
He had a pee-pee. It happens to the best of them.
Your hope is not a big play when you do that.
Unfortunately, in this case, there was. But he had to, take care of business.
Lidge was supposed to be on third?
I don't. Yeah, was it during?
It was just the oddest fucking play, and to see him get up, and the camera angle was weird because it only showed the second base and Damon. And when you saw him get up and leave the base and start running, I was thinking, he's lost his fucking mind.
Where did the third baseman go to cover, though? That is a weird... He ran to cover something. He went to cover.
The third baseman covered second because they overshifted for Teixeira to bat.
Wait, they overshifted that much at the third baseman at second?
Yes.
Well, the third baseman would end up playing shortstop.
And then where was short?
Short would be over by second.
And then the third baseman was... I mean, then Lidge
and then the second baseman goes into,
like,
the middle outfield.
It was confusing for everybody.
It was a complete lack of protection of third base.
Yeah, it was a breakdown. It happens. Hey,
gone.
Drew wanted to make his point. I didn't realize he had a point. Drew, what was your point?
My point was, how long do you boys think it's going to be until you see Chase Utley in the fucking pinstripes? Because
yes. And Lee. Yeah, pick them up. Again? What the fuck? And Lee.
I'm a Braves fan. I'm a Braves fan, but the Yankees have bought the best players in Major League Baseball for the last couple of years.
You're going to tell me hold on, dude. You're going to tell me that Philadelphia's a small market team? Or you're going to tell me the Boston Red Sox getting guys like Manny Ramirez? Or you tell Philly has Pedro? Are you going to tell me a lot of these teams are? Come on, stop.
Yeah, just stop it.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying New York Yankees are the biggest market, and they can draw the biggest teams. They got the biggest budget, man. They get the best players.
They have finally bought the best players.
Yeah,
they had made some horrible decisions over the last fucking 8 years. They haven't won in 9 years, dude.
9 fucking years they haven't won, making horrid decisions on who they're buying. And, of course, they won't buy Utley until he's like fucking 50 years old. Then they'll buy him.
What happened to the old Jimmy, though?
I'm
really confused.
The old Jimmy was a Yankee fan. And then I went through a thing after Jeter was.
How long? 2 years?
My whole life I was a Yankee.
No,
the Yankees.
No, you were hating the Yankees for at least 2 years.
It was more than 2 years, dude.
And now you're back. I think you only started rooting again the last, couple weeks?
Last month. I would say last month. When the playoffs started.
Jimmy's back.
Or towards the end of the season, Ant started watching it again. He's like, dude, if you're going to come back, this is a good year to do it. And
At least you're being honest about it.
And I went to a game last year. Because I was like, fuck the Yankees. And then I went to, me and Stuntbrain went to the third to the last game of the season in the old stadium. I had to go.
Yeah.
I started to really soften then because I went to the game. And I'm like, what am I doing? I can't dislike Jeter. I mean, all right, the guy was a dick to me. It happens.
Did Stuntbrain look at Joe Buck the whole time going, man, I wish I had that much hair?
Oh my God. Joe Buck's giant. I was saying they ought to like green screen his forehead and just have like Bud ads run across it.
I think Joe Buck's got some of those hair plugs.
No.
But he didn't have enough harvest area.
Oh.
Look closely. I think he did a little hair plug-in, but just didn't have enough.
It's not even where the hair belongs. He's got a huge area between his eyes and like where the hairline belongs.
You can kind of see a fake hairline going on.
It's a giant forehead.
Oh, Drew, what?
What, Drew? Oh, he might have signed off. But you know what? What did this Rollins say? What the media says means nothing. The media is not going to jinx the team because the media are idiots. Other players can jinx the team, though.
Yeah.
Did this Rollins really think the Phillies were going to beat the Yankees in 5 games? Did he say that?
Yeah, he
This
did.
dumb motherfucker actually said that?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
To jinx the
Think
team.
it. Say it to your friends. Why would you say that when the other team hears you?
Let me say hi to Jared in Boston. Jared.
Hey, guys. Drew, I know you're still listening. You're a fucking fucktard. Why the fuck? All right, I'm from Boston, but Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. New York and Boston both pay the fucking luxury tax, you idiot. Just because New York was playing like a well-oiled machine in September while my team was falling apart like a fucking bunch of idiots. Dude, you're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
All right, there you go. So, we got a game tonight.
Yes, we certainly do.
I might have tickets for tonight's game if you want to take a trip to Philly.
Philly? No.
No?
I want to go to Philly on a fucking Monday. Mondays are depressing enough.
Yeah, you get to see your team win the World Series, though.
Yeah, in Philly.
Good seats, too. Hey, New York City Marathon was yesterday, and I was very confused because they said the first American since 1982 won the New York City Marathon. If you know anything about running, it's always Africans, Ethiopians, Kenyans, Israelis, and Polacks.
The Irish.
But it's never a guy with an American-sounding name.
No, it's not like, fucking Bud Johnson.
Right.
There's old Bill Smith is going to...
So I think we just bought a New York City Marathon win.
So we did, like the Yankees.
Just like the Yankees. I think America went and said, you know what, some of you Kenyans, we're going to set you up nice in America. You're now American citizens because we really need a New York City Marathon win.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened because this guy's not an American. I think he became a citizen last year or something.
Yeah, this guy became an American citizen.
I guess technically he is and all that,
well,
but...
technically, but it's like saying Kunta Kinte was an American.
Listen, listen for his name here.
Today, for the first time in nearly 3 decades, an American was victorious on the streets of New York. But wherever the runners finished, they all deserved a big pat on the back.
Congratulations in order for everyone who crossed the finish line at the New York City Marathon. But the biggest salute went to Meb Keflezighi, the East.
All right, look,
Meb Keflezighi?
I've lived in about 10 cities. I'm getting up there in age now. I've never met a Meb Keflezighi.
Meb Keflezighi.
Have you ever met a Meb?
No.
In your travels in America?
I don't know a Meb.
New York City Marathon. But the biggest salute went to Meb Keflezighi, the East African immigrant who became the first American man to win the race in 27 years.
I'm just praying that this will be my day, and a lot can change by winning this race.
He crossed the finish line in 2 hours, 9 minutes, 15 seconds and was quickly overcome with emotion.
I thought there was going to be clicking.
He's a breathe right strip on his nose, too. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I love this guy. Whoever said you was one, Meb.
Hey, he spoke the language, so God bless it.
Nice.
God bless him.
He ran 26 miles in a little over 2 hours.
Yeah. Those guys are animals.
I was watching Apocalypto the other night. You seen that? About the Mayans?
Yeah.
Where those guys just ran for
Sick.
days. And it's like, that's the type of running that you have to be accustomed to doing. Or
Yeah.
you genetically have to be able to do.
Or
to run
you'll
fucking
just drop dead.
He ran 13 miles an hour. Twice. It's amazing.
Let's say hi to D in New York. D. No, we lost D. Another one that wanted to yell at Drew. Okay. Here's Drew. Drew.
Hey, fucking, what's up with the fucking faggots trashing me, man? All I was trying to do is make a point to Ant that fucking y'all bought the World Series. About time you got you one.
The gentleman before that was saying that he's a Boston fan, and Boston pays a luxury tax.
Boston.
Yes, Boston.
Yeah.
Because they, have a lot of high-priced players, and they have a big budget.
They couldn't afford Manny. Go ahead, it's your show.
No, I'm just go ahead. It's your show.
I'm sure they could have afforded Manny. They probably didn't want to pay him what he
didn't want
wanted.
to pay him.
They lost Manny because they couldn't afford him?
They could afford him.
Is that what you're saying there, Drew?
Nah.
So we weren't able to buy a World Series for 9 years.
They got their World Series, and then they fucking decided to bail out.
When we were spending giant amounts of money on shitty players that were past their prime, huge amounts of money, we weren't able to buy ourselves a World Series, as you say it. Now we're able to.
George Steinbrenner not being actively involved with the team is a huge...
Congratulations.
Oh, it's so much better.
All right, dude.
Gordon, love your books. Love you.
Thank you, buddy.
Love the show.
Thank you, sir. Let me finish.
Drew, thank you.
The was a huge
Fuck
thing
your
for the
sister.
Yankees. He's not buying... I don't like these fucking big-name free agents that come in. They don't contribute anything. They're just big names that he wanted to see in Yankee uniform.
That's all he wanted. It was like a mission of his to collect players and have them in pinstripes. And now that he's out of it, it's nice to see them looking at players that have potential, good players, sticking with their old guys, relatively speaking, old guys.
And Joe Girardi's doing a good job, man.
He's made his mistakes, especially in the postseason and stuff. He's made a few calls that you're like, what are you doing?
Doesn't matter. We're in a 3-1 lead. Let's say hi to Charlie in Philly. Charlie!
What's up, Bubba boy?
Shut up. Not even my dumb sports silly curse thing is going to fuck this one up. Charlie, what do you got, buddy?
Jimmy made that comment about Rollins making that prediction. I mean, the owner of the Phillies was quoted as saying, "Bring on the Yankees. They're the best. We want to beat the best." Hey, asshole, you got your wish now, didn't you?
But that's different, though. That's different. Saying that is saying, hey, look, we want to beat the best team.
Yeah.
Is actually, in a way, complimentary to the Yankees. That's not saying we're going to saying we're going to beat them in X amount of games is different. Saying we think we're going to win the series, you're supposed to say that as a player. Yes, we're going to win. You have to say that. But to say I'm going to beat them in 5, it's like, what are you doing? That's like just saying we're going to kick the shit out of the team. That's cocky.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. Hey, my thought is beat them, then talk your shit.
Yeah, well, the Phillies can absolutely take this tonight. They can absolutely take this game tonight. I'm not saying like, I'm not sitting here going, Yankees going to destroy him tonight. Yeah, fuck him. They can absolutely take it. We shall see.
All right, let's go to St. Louis. Eddie, what's up,
How you
Eddie?
guys doing? I honestly think that Cliff Lee is not going to beat the Yankees twice. If there's one thing that they do great, it's make adjustments. And also, the next time that there's a Phillies-Yankees World Series, which could very well happen next year, make a bet with Ron Bennington, Anthony. Come on, you got to put some skin in the game. Otherwise, it's just talk.
I understand.
Why didn't you make any bets?
I wish I would have. You know why? Because Bennington ain't talking to me.
Well, that's because you told him he was going to take all those dicks in his ass.
Well, maybe that's it. But
he never got
I passed by him in the hallway. You know what he did?
What did he do?
He fucking hit me with his shoulder and just kept walking like "fuck you," kind of
Are
a
you
bam.
serious?
Yeah,
That's
no
old,
shit.
That's old school Philly stuff.
That's
I like
old
that.
school Philly stuff.
I like that.
Exactly. He's got that Philly in his blood.
I
so-
like that.
Is he from Philly, Ron?
I hope the Yankees.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Oh,
Thank
yeah?
you. Let's go
Well,
to
he
Zach.
can take a train and live there.
Well.
He wants to root against the New York team.
You told him.
I didn't mean to be so harsh, Ron. I apologize.
Zachy, what's up?
Yeah. Contrary to the president we have in office right now, we are still a capitalistic country. And the more money you have, the better things you can buy. Anthony gets to go buy cool guns. I buy little $200 guns.
Aw.
It's all about who has the money. So the Yankees deserve it. They work harder. They've got the money. Who cares? All these people bitching about the small market teams in Atlanta and, shut your mouth.
Are there any other other sport dynasties that are known for having spent money on very good players? And
not like the Yankees.
What about the heyday of the Bulls?
Not like the Yankees.
Yeah, that Michael Jordan guy. I think he cost a little bit.
Yeah, but
how about Kobe Bryant and everything the Lakers did when they went?
I say the this is, and I'm playing the other side, but people are saying when a guy comes up through the organization and you pay to keep him, like Jeter, it's different. They're saying the Yankees went out and just grabbed big names or already big names and overpaid them. Jeter, Rivera, nobody would ever question what they're paid because they were started with the Yankees.
No.
So they're saying they're going out and grabbing big names. I don't know what they're paying Sabathia, what they're paying Burnett. I mean, AJ Burnett, they're paying a lot of money, I'm sure.
Probably a few bucks.
Couple of shekels.
They perform. They're good at what they do. I mean, it's just like anything else. Jimmy, you can go afford things that I can't, that I would like to have. You think there's any other team that would turn their nose up at a Sabathia or a Jeter or an A-Rod? Hell no.
No.
It's just other teams can't afford them.
And the Yankees lost Pettit and Clemens to the Astros.
Yeah.
And they offered more money for both of them, and they lost both of them.
Yep.
So, it happens sometimes where the money doesn't help you. But
that Clemens signing was fucking embarrassing the last time around.
The only good thing
God.
is when they announced it was really emotional.
Yeah.
They didn't know at the time.
That was the only good thing that came of it was fucking listening to that bitch babble.
And Clemens gave a very emotional announcement from the from George's box that I was really blown away by.
Yeah, everyone in the dugout was going crazy.
It was madness.
Okay, one person was smiling, I think.
Posada's fiddling with a safety pin. I mean, really amazing.
Posada's painting his fingernails white so the pitcher could see him.
Yeah, Joe Torre's scratching his prostate.
Guys, very sad news. We lost a listener because he can't deal with all the sports talk, and he's going to Octane until 7, and he hopes that we're not talking about sports when he comes back.
Oh, so sorry.
It's only the fucking World Series, you cunt.
Oh.
Let's say hi to Brian in Philly. Brian.
Hey, good morning, Opie, Anthony. Happy birthday, Yimmy.
Hi, what's up, Brian?
All right. Well, you guys were talking about having to wait 9 years to get a championship, like it's a horrible thing. But Philadelphia had to wait 125 years before they won World Series #1 in 1980.
Well, yep.
That's a long time.
That's a while.
That's
nine
long
years
time.
is a long time for the Yankees to, kind of suck.
Well, considering they bought all the best players, you shouldn't have to wait 9 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me say hi to Jack in South Carolina. Jack.
Hey, fellas. Great show. I didn't know XM had a new sports channel. I'm really glad to be listening to it. One thing, though, real quick. All the other sports leagues, especially football and basketball, have a salary cap. So when you do spend a lot of money on the quote-unquote best players and they fail, you're really penalized for a long time because you only have a certain amount of money to spend. That's one of the advantages that the Yankees do have. They can spend the money, and if it doesn't work out, they can just go ahead and spend money somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
They also,
in other sports, you got to be really careful before you give up so much money for one player. That's a very
good point. Good point.
Okay, well, so the small market teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers spend very wisely, and they win a lot of championships. The Pittsburgh Pirates, they can't financially compete with these bigger teams, though.
I hated a lot of the big spendings. I despised it. I didn't want those. I didn't want A-Rod. I was actually wrong. Because he's been there for a few years now. I didn't want him. I never wanted fucking Randy Johnson. I never wanted Sheffield. Who are some of the big guys in the last, say, 5 or 6 years?
Kevin Brown.
That motherfucker. I hated Kevin Brown. I believe he was with Texas before that. And Brown and Rogers used to beat the shit out of the Yankees. I never wanted that fucking bag of shit in a Yankee uniform. And his bad back. Never.
All right, let's go to Tony in Philly. Tony!
Ron Bennington should have punched you in the face. Cliff Lee's going to fuck you Yankee faggots in the mouth.
Ooh,
I like that.
Well,
I like your pizzazz, I like your spunk,
all right,
kid.
Tony. Hope you got your fucking towel.
Yeah, swing it in a circle, in a circular fashion.
Yeah, swing your towels now in a circle. Everyone do it. Ooh,
We're rallying, guys.
oh, did that shut them the fuck up? God damn. Oh, that ninth inning was great when those towels just stopped spinning and the people just resting their heads in their hands with the towel.
Crying into them.
I hope the Yankees bring props into their fucking ballpark next year.
No, it just wouldn't be accepted. It wouldn't be accepted by the fans. Just wouldn't fucking be accepted.
Some of those.
It's not a prop. The Angels with their their fucking thunder sticks. Ding, 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 ding.
And the rally monkeys and the hat. I think that fucking Fruity LA would do that.
Hey, relax
just
with
a
the Met hat
big
thing.
fucking stupid.
Put the hat a funny
prop.
way.
Relax.
Yeah. It's a prop thing that it takes the place of the fact that you can't just sit there and enjoy your team winning. And people aren't out buying a lot of merchandise, so they got to force this shit down their throats.
How terrible would it be if they didn't retire Rivera's number? Like, say he left, and they just gave it to some guy, Shep Peters. He was like a utility infielder. Shep Peters batted 117 through the regular season.
Yankees are not going to be able to hold back the Thundersticks. Another year or two. Thundersticks are going to be taking over.
A year or two, there's going to be Thundersticks all over Yankee Stadium.
They're going to be everywhere. They're going to take over the sports world.
Stop.
Because they're fun for everyone, Ant.
I love the 2-out full count fucking everyone stands up now thing that every other team is doing. And meanwhile, it was started in Yankee
like
Stadium.
the Ron Guidry days.
Yeah. That's another one that.
All right, you're right. The Yankees, greatest sports franchise ever.
Thank you.
And no one will ever come close to what they have done.
Fucking tradition over the years. You could say all the spending things and stuff, but now let's go back to the fucking 50s and talk about that. What? Same thing? Ooh. What about the wonderfulness of DiMaggio? Huh? Was that a big deal? Was that a big fucking, big deal? It's just a tradition of greatness.
This team is amazing to me because where they've come back and won games, like the last couple of games that they've won late in the game, I'm impressed with this team a lot, man.
Yeah.
Last night's victory, I'm amazed that they won.
If you're a Philly fan watching last night's game, I know that feeling of disgust.
3 runs against your closer with 2 outs, nobody on, and 2 strikes, and that scrappy little fucking Native American face Damon. I don't know what nationality he is. He's either Mexican or Native American.
Did you hear the crowd go, wow, when they thought he fucking struck out?
I thought he struck out.
I know.
It was the same place I went, fuck.
Yeah, he just barely tipped it down. Like, oh, fuck. And then he comes back around. Let's count fucking able to do it. Amazing.
Rivera wears Jackie Robinson's number, which he wore before Major League Baseball retired for all the teams.
Oh, yeah.
So he's the only one still wearing that number?
Still wearing that
I didn't know that.
That's a little trivia coming in. Is that true, Jeff?
Did not know that.
Jeff in Jersey, is that true? We're going to look that one up.
No.
Nick in Cleveland. What's up, Nick?
Well, his will be retired for Rivera. I don't want it retired for Jackie. I want it retired for fucking Rivera.
I think
Jackie was great, but Rivera's done more for the game. Sorry, black people.
I think Jackie Robinson wins that one.
No, he doesn't.
Every single time.
He does not let Jackie Robinson fucking throw all those shutout innings. I think not. All he did was show up and get fucking pelted and cause trouble.
It's true, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
Okay, let me say hi to Nick in Cleveland. Nick.
Gentlemen, just want to make a point though for the little guys there. Dude, Sabathia was opened up they opened up the book for Sabathia. He pitched in Game 1 against Cliff Lee, who won the Cy Young Award for Cleveland. The year after Sabathia won the Cy Young Award for Cleveland. So you can't tell us that these small market teams have a chance to compete. We had to watch both our pitchers play against each other. We could have held on to these guys if we had some goddamn money.
Who wants to watch small market teams in the World Series? Just stop already.
Just a small market.
Do you think they're going to get the ratings they're getting with the Yankee Philly World Series?
But they don't really give a shit about that anyway, because the Yankees, they got so much money, they can throw so much shit out there and see what sticks. Like you guys say, they didn't win shit for like 9 years, but they were in the playoffs every year except for one.
That's a good point.
Like a couple balls go their way, and they got a couple more World Series. You guys act like they were in last place every single year because they bought a bunch of fucking tomato cans.
That's a good point, though. Watching fucking your 2 players watching those two players face off in the World Series. But look, the Expos dealt with that for years. Although the Expos are a bad example because Montreal is not a baseball town, and they were doing 11,000 people a game, 10,000 people a game, so they didn't deserve a team anyway.
Yeah, let's say hi.
It's a good baseball city.
Louis in Arizona. Louis.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Louis.
There's a comedian, I forget who said it, but he said rooting for the Yankees to win the World Series is like hoping Bill Gates wins the lotto.
I like it. Kind of like it.
I bet it's a comedian from Cleveland. From Florida.
Kind of like it. All right. Well, there you go.
That's our sports break.
Well, we got a little football action we could talk about, too.
Oh, true, yes.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, we were all wondering how he would be received returning to Green Bay in a Vikings uniform.
Yeah, it was a big deal when he ran onto the Lambeau Field for the first time, and I don't know. I heard a lot of boos and some cheers. Probably.
Was it the boos cheers thing?
Probably more boos.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe more boos.
Those
maybe
assholes booed that guy?
Well, it sure did get to him, I guess, because, wow, did he play like crap.
Yeah, he sure did, Anthony.
Oh, Jesus.
He sure did.
Oh, did they fucking kill him.
Vikings 38, Packers 26.
How do you boo that guy after all of the years of his life he gave you? You fucking Midwest dummies.
Cheesehead.
You fucking... How do you boo a guy that played with you for, 15 years... and through the good years and the bad years, and he comes back wearing another helmet with a fucking wing on it, and you boo him? You're a bunch of jerk-offs.
It's a horn.
Whatever it is.
It's a Viking.
How do you boo that guy? Jesus, what assholes. Boo. Oh, all right.
Yeah, they were very angry with him, I guess. Because they you know what it was? It's like a jealous bitch booing. They're still in love with him, but they can't show that love. They're all jealous.
Did they at least cheer him when he first came out?
No, that's when the boos and the cheering and boos were happening.
Yeah. I would love to find out from someone that was actually at the game. On TV, it sounded like more boos than cheers, but you definitely heard some cheers in there.
How mad would they be if he went into the Hall of Fame as a Viking?
Shit.
He's going in as a Packer. It's a problem. Oh, look.
A few years go by, and then they'll welcome him back to Lambeau Field. All right, why don't we take our first break, get into some other things?
Yes. What do we got? What are we working on today in the Opie and Anthony newsroom?
Well, we got. I want to find out how your Halloween party was. We'll talk about your Halloween party.
If somebody can call and tell me what happened, I was obliterated.
Yeah, we'll find out a little bit. Well, I noticed Danny has a new look, so I'm sure something happened at the Halloween party. We'll explain that. And then
Danny lost the get your haircut and ass fucked bet.
And Warren Haynes is coming in today to jam a few songs for us.
I don't know who he is. I know the name.
He's pretty much the main guy in the Allman Brothers now. Government mule. Fucking knows how to play that goddamn guitar.
The guitar? Plays the guitar? Is it just going to be bluesy stuff?
He's going to jam for us today. You like the Allman Brothers? What's wrong with you?
I like the Allman Brothers when it's like...
He's playing like Dickie Betts' part, basically. Well, that's what he does now.
Well, no, that's more Zeppelin, but...
But that's the type of thing he's doing. He's doing like Dickie Betts.
Yeah. All right. Does he beat his wife?
Yeah, I think
Dickie?
So. No, I don't know.
Dickie was great. Well, boy, when we were playing down at in Asbury Park, we were doing a show down there, and Dickie Betts was up on stage, and then we heard some commotion was going on, and apparently it was Dickie punching his wife in the face.
There might have been a few problems.
Yeah, there were a couple of problems going on there.
He was on our stage playing all these feel-good songs. Little did we know he was beating the crap out of his wife in a hotel room before and after the gig. And it's documented. It made the paper, so I don't think we're being outrageous on that statement.
No, we saw like the shit going down.
There were some shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
All right, quick break. We'll continue. Opie and Anthony. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Talking World Series, talking Halloween, talking about a lot of stuff. Football, not so much. Stupid Jets losing to the Dolphins. I think your Cowboys won, though, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think 38-17 or something.
Was that the final
I
there?
didn't watch that.
38-17 over the Seahawks. You're right. And the Giants took a beating from the Eagles. 40-17.
Yep.
More football scores on the way. But you already know if your team won or not. Hey, in elementary school, We love these little stories. It's a quickie. Elementary school has Happy Costume Day so they don't offend anyone.
Yeah.
So instead of calling it Happy Halloween, they call it Happy Costume Day. How does Happy Halloween offend some people?
First thing I thought, like, why is that offensive?
Does anyone know the answer to that?
Because no one really traces Halloween back to the Wiccan custom of, All Hallows Eve, where the spirits... No one fucking thinks about that. It's become something where kids come to your door and ask for candy, and you have parties and you dress up silly.
Did kids come to your house this year?
Well,
what the fuck did you do?
Well, let me tell you what happened.
It's never good when you go, well, Ope.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, again, there might have been, a situation based on race. But it started out where I got home Friday. If you remember our show, our fantastic, hysterical show Friday.
You're talking about the show that was shut down by middle management?
Exactly.
You're talking about the show that was shut down by a bunch of rookies?
Even being shut down.
You're talking about the show that was shut down by guys that are half our age? That show?
Hysterically funny.
I don't want to work with rookies!
Oh, shit.
Now that I got that out of the way. What were you saying, Anthony?
Hysterical show.
Yeah.
Even with any of the limitations, we're brilliant and we can,
Oh, we worked around it. Of course.
Overcome. But you know something? Physically, mentally exhausted when we're done. Exhausted.
Yes.
And the fact that I slept for 40 minutes the night before made me even more tired Friday. So Friday...
Well, you sleep like a vampire now. You know that.
Yes.
You sleep during the day.
In a coffin. I'm very tired. So I go home, and it's about noonish, and I decide to take a little nap. The little nap lasted until about 5:30 in the afternoon.
6 hours.
Because
6 hour nap.
Because now it's Friday, and I want to be able to stay up, for the weekend. I get up. I do the same thing now. Party, hang out. Now I figure Saturday, Halloween party. So I just Twitter it. I go, and my Twitter was anybody, because this was like a last minute kind of put together thing, but I knew I kind of wanted to do something, but I wasn't sure. So I just Twittered and said, anyone who knows or has been to my place and has not been kicked out
is invited.
That's
nice.
It's one of those things.
Wait, I'm confused. Did you give out candy or not?
Here's where it comes in.
Where are you?
I am. I'm weaving my way in.
All right, let's go.
So then I do the same thing. I sleep very late, and I'm awakened to the doorbell
on Saturday, which would be Halloween.
Yes, but it again is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, gotcha.
And now I'm being woken up by children
by goblins
that want candy.
And you don't have candy, do you?
No, I had candy. Ange bought some candy. She left it there, so I had to get up. And it was fine, I went to the door. Lots of little children from the neighborhood.
Don't you pay someone to go to the door for you?
No, I was alone. I figured what the fuck.
Because you hate kids. Why would you give out candy to kids on Halloween?
Because Ange bought the candy. It was there. It's Halloween.
Tell her to give out the candy.
And I didn't want my house egged, so I figured I better start
I knew there was
handing out some fucking grub for these little bastards. And I had good candy, full-size candy bars and shit like that. None of those little snack pack craps.
Right.
Things like that. So I'm handing the candy out. And then into the evening, when some of the people start coming over for the party, there's still trick-or-treaters. So whoever was upstairs saw the candy thing and just answered the door and decided what? And I think it was it Newsday Laura who came downstairs and said, well, you're out of candy. I go, well, what happened? She goes, well, a couple of kids came up with their mother.
Black kids, obviously.
And, I didn't know this at the time. There's a couple of kids came with their mother, right? And cleaned you out. I was like, what do you mean clean me out? Well, I put the tray in front, because this is all I was doing. Every little kid would come and their parents are there, and I go ahead, take what you want. And usually they take a couple of things, and then at one point a father went like, okay, that's enough, thank you. Like,
you're supposed to give them candy and just throw it in their stupid candy sack.
That used to piss me off when I'd go to a house and I'd see all this goodness of candy, and then they would give me shit. So I decided I let the kids pick out what they want. So they do that. Apparently, again, the fucking the arm swipe that is oh so popular with certain ethnic groups. The fucking kid took his forearm, and swiped half the fucking thing into his bag.
That's what he should have done when the dopey white lady held out the candy and said, take what you want.
Well, you know something? You know, maybe a little fucking decorum and a little restraint.
He did. He didn't take her purse. He just took her fucking candy. She gave it to him.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Then the second kid proceeds to pretty much take the rest and leaves like a couple of things. Then the fat-ass fucking mother comes over and grabs what was left.
That's right.
So you were robbed, basically.
Pretty much robbed.
Were you mugged?
Robbed on Halloween.
You were mugged of your Halloween candy?
Of candy. Yeah, that was it. Like, what the fuck, man? You can't just take a couple of things. It's got to be, ooh, look, a whole goddamn thing. I'm going to take it all. Don't try to pin the blame on me. I've seen this happen every goddamn year. It started in Great Neck, remember?
Stupid blacks, right?
I didn't say that. I'm saying that a few bad apples ruin it. You know
what you should give out every year? I give out Smarties.
Oh, Uncle Paul, Smarties.
The kids love Smarties.
They make you inside of your jaw hurt if you're so sour.
Necco wafers.
Necco wafers.
Oh, those are worse. I don't mind the Smarties, the Necco wafers,
I love
though.
Smarties.
I saw what Uncle Paul did with the Necco wafers, too. He dresses like a priest and then makes believe he's giving communion with the Necco wafers. And then once the kid's on their knees, oh, boy.
Yeah, look, here's the little scoop for the Necco wafer.
Body of Paul.
Yeah.
I think that's your fault, Aunt. You should have been giving out the candy.
What?
You don't know these little bastards. You'd say that, well, you look very nice, and then you plop some candy into their thing.
Look, let me tell you something. Okay, and I'm not blaming Newsday Laura
Especially
for this.
if you have all good candy to begin with.
Here it is. I'm not blaming Newsday Laura for this. She wasn't familiar with the situation. If I had gone upstairs and seen the situation, I then would have just doled out a few candy bars.
You would have adjusted.
I would have adjusted to whom was at the door. When I see someone that I feel are going to be candy hooligans.
Are you saying they were busting in the black kids because they knew this neighborhood had some good candy?
I don't know where they come from. Not in my neighborhood.
There was a lot of black kids coming to your door?
No. Not a lot.
Just enough?
Just enough to swipe all my candy. Just saying. It just makes everyone look bad. Stop doing that. It's every year I've got find other fucking audio of me having problems every fucking Halloween.
Stop doing it like that. Just have them hand out.
But I try to be nice and think, you know something, maybe this year I'm going to get a different result. And the kid's going to go, thank you. And just take a couple of things and not swipe the whole fucking thing like it's a goddamn surveillance tape at a jewelry store.
How many kids? What?
but you don't care.
I really don't care.
You don't care.
I actually find it
care
funny.
That it was done by a minority.
And
if it was a white kid
God.
that did that, you'd be like, whatever.
I thank God it happened again because
of course. So
it
then
just
you can
gives
yell
me
and
more
scream.
fuel to scream. You're right. But no, a lot of little Jewish children in the neighborhood because I live in a very predominantly Jewish community. Very nice, you know. Dressed in their little costumes.
Nice.
So a little princess, little Superman, the witch.
Let's say hi to Riley in Baltimore. Riley.
Hey, Aunt, this is what you need to do. I've got 2 candy trays. And when the little slugs come around, I give them my kids' Easter candy that they didn't eat from last year.
Oh, now see, that's awful. That isn't. I don't want to discriminate in that way. It's
Bullshit.
No, I don't.
Why?
That's why the tray goes out. And I treat every child the same, regardless of race, creed, or color. And for some reason, certain races, creeds, and colors act differently than others when it comes to.
I wasn't ready for that statement.
That's why I keep going.
When it comes to
taking the candy.
What were you saying?
I said I am equal as far as my candy distribution.
You're a liar!
With race, creeds,
goddamn liar!
And color. I treat them all the same. I don't want them to think I'm doing anything differently with them than I am doing with any other race of child that comes to my door.
Shut up!
You're a phony! Hey, this guy's a great big phony! Hey, you're a great big phony, you know that? That's right. You're a big fat phony!
Is that Regan?
It sounds like it, but I think it's from Family Guy, right? Which character? I don't.
It was a peripheral guy. It wasn't like a main person.
Okay. That Cleveland show sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
What are you doing? Just give me new Family Guy episodes. The fuck are they doing with that spin-off shit?
Well, yeah, what is that?
Huh?
I'm not a big fan of American Dad either.
No,
That's another Seth MacFarlane
But
production.
out of all the characters on Family Guy, Cleveland isn't the guy I'm thinking, wow, he needs a spin-off.
This is the funny one.
I don't get that one.
No.
I think anybody else probably would have worked out better. I mean, I would much prefer to watch a Quagmire show.
Oh, Quagmire would probably be the number one I would
It's
see.
like, why did they make Joni Loves Chachi and not just make a show called The Fonz?
Fonz probably wouldn't do it, whereas Joni did love Chachi, and Charles had gotten bigger. We wanted to see how that relationship would pan out.
All right, now it makes sense. Thanks.
Apparently, there was a lot of felching with Jenny Piccolo.
Haunted me for years.
I had a really kind of a weird moment because I was doing the Halloween thing down in Philly.
Yeah.
Sitting on a stoop with the neighbors.
Yeah.
They all kind of get together. They're in a cul-de-sac, so everyone's on their stoop.
Sounds so Philly.
It was cool, actually. Because we had to escape New York because the problem is living on the 40th floor in Manhattan on Halloween, you can't leave your building. You're hostage.
Really?
You're held hostage until Halloween's over because they take over the elevators and stop on every single floor.
Oh, my
You literally
God.
cannot leave unless you want to walk down 40 floors. That's an option.
I didn't even think of that.
So
what a nightmare.
So we
stinks.
We left New York, went down to Philly, and doing the stoop Halloween thing, giving out the candy, having fun, drinking some beers, talking sports and whatnot. And this kid comes up, a large kid with a limp. And my wife's mother asked the kid, "What's wrong with your leg?" And stupid me, I did not hear the answer. So she got the answer very discreetly.
Yeah.
And I go, "Hey, what's wrong with that kid's leg? What's wrong with the kid's leg? I didn't hear what he said."
Prosthetic.
Because I'm fucking deaf from all these years of radio. And the kid said, but he whispered it to my girl's mom, that he has a bad leg because he has special needs.
Special needs.
What are his special needs?
He's a special need kid.
Is he retarded or is he crippled? Everyone has
That could be
special
anything.
needs.
Why are you getting mad? The kid has a bum leg because he's a little slow.
Those things don't tie in. Retardation does not tie in with a bum leg.
He has special needs, and so he has a bad leg.
I don't know.
And
what
I was
that means.
yelling it as the family was walking away because I didn't get the answer. I didn't hear the answer.
You were right to yell it. You should have yelled it out the window at him. I didn't hear you. Get back, you bum.
He heard it because I kept saying, "What's wrong with his leg?" And everyone was shushing me because I didn't know. I thought he broke his foot playing sports or something, soccer, or I don't know. Let's go to Dave in Baton Rouge.
It is Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, morning, guys.
What's up?
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hey, Dave.
Did Ant get home invaded by like an 8-year-old?
Yeah, it was a candy home invasion.
What happened to all the gun talk and stuff? You think you would control your environment?
I'm not firing on children at my door on Halloween. Take the candy.
But you can't even
Don't
control
care.
7 or 8-year-olds.
You got to read up on the use of deadly physical force. It does not say to protect your candy.
You should control the situation.
Oh.
It's your home, my friend.
All I had
Watch
as far
it
as
out, guys.
all I had as far as decorations
Yeah.
for my Halloween party were these cool range targets that are Nazi zombies with crosshairs and stuff on them, stuff like that. So those were hanging up all over the house as the only decorations I had. No real decor, just everybody down at the bar having a little fun. We got in some karaoke. The bar, by the way, Ange, if she's listening, holy shit. Disaster area.
Yeah.
Just be prepared. It's the house itself is a wreck.
Is it really? It was fine when I left.
It was fine after you left. We kept drinking.
Why don't you take
I didn't
pictures
go
of
to
that?
bed until-
That's the type of stuff I want to see on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Let me go to Gary in Boston before
That's
we get
the
into
one.
your Halloween party talk because I want to find out what the fuck happened to Danny over there. Gary, what's up?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi.
You're the balls, gun. Hey, I wanted to let you know, I had been doing the same thing you were doing, putting the candy out on the stoop, letting the kids come up, pick their own stuff. Well, they were doing the same thing here in South Boston, doing the same exact thing, just swiping as much as they possibly can. So this year I decided to do something a little different. I decided just to hand it out, like, normal.
Oh, yeah.
I had this kid of a certain ethnic group come up wearing a ghost outfit, and asked for candy like normal. I went to hand him the candy, and he stepped back and looked at me, and he goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
What a bastard.
So I did that with you guys.
Why did he say that?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I guess I didn't give him enough candy. I guess my whole handful, my adult-sized handful, was not enough for him.
Why doesn't everyone just keep their candy that they buy for Halloween and call it a day instead of like, all you're doing is switching off candy. You know what I mean? All the houses buy candy for the kids going to their door, but then send their kids out for Halloween to get candy. Can't you cut out like the middleman there?
Should be able to.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Seems all very strange to me. Let me say hi to Ryan in New York. Ryan.
Hey, how's it going?
Go Phillies, buddy. Go Phillies.
I lost the costume contest to a 12-year-old with half an arm.
With half an arm?
Yeah, she had one of them little stumpy things with 2 fingers at the end.
Ah, that's built in.
Oh,
she waits all year for Halloween.
That was my whole ball bill, man. Tough loss.
Do the amputees out there make really good Halloween costumes? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like make zombie arms and shit?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I've never seen that in all my years where someone takes advantage of
their handicap,
the fact that they're missing a limb, and make it into something cool for their costume.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one for real?
No.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Nope.
Thank you, Ryan. So the Halloween party was good. Jimmy went. Any highlights?
It was no, it was all low lights. It was just kind of hanging out, a lot of drinking. Wow, a lot of drinking.
More than usual?
Put it this way, we ran out of all of our kegged beer. It was pretty much done. Had to make a run to the...
Did you have like 2 solid full kegs when you started?
No, but there was beer left, believe me.
Yeah.
And had to make a run for some bottled beer, and then the booze also. And then I started doing shots, and then I didn't even realize who the fuck was giving me tequila. God damn it.
Well, you see, there actually is somebody who could drink more than D-Boy, and he's managed to acquire her as his girlfriend. So.
Wait, what happened?
Derek's chick drinks.
More than Derek?
Wow.
Way more than Derek.
Was that her that was
Like
there?
way
I didn't
more
know who
than
that girl
Derek?
was. She was your girl.
She's a
She is
pisser,
a champion.
man. She is a pisser, that one. Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, can she... Wow.
She
I was
pretty
like,
much
what
drank
the
an entire bottle of Patron, pretty much.
I was like... I was doing a shot. I go, look, don't give me a shot that I'm going to go like and wince. I'm drinking all night. I want something a little tasty, and I don't want to pass out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, fuck you, drink it, motherfucker. Like, all right. So I drink it. I'm like, that was like straight vodka or something. She goes, vodka, it's tequila. She's like, oh, wow, great. I haven't had tequila in 20 years because last time I ended up on the bathroom floor with the tile marks in my face when I woke up.
God bless you.
No, it was fantastic. So I ended it after that. Patron's a lot different, though, than regular tequila.
Jimmy, any observations from the big Halloween party?
No, it was pretty mellow. It was basically people in different rooms watching the Yankee game.
Yeah.
Than was there.
Yeah, Than showed up.
It was a very polite gathering.
Yeah.
I just kind of sat there quietly, chit-chat with Big A a little bit and a couple of Anthony's police friends.
Yes.
And my girlfriend was talking to a couple other girls and just yapping away.
Yeah,
About what? Anything bad?
Chit-chatting.
Girls know how to yap.
Yapping.
Just
They're good. Women are great at talking.
Just yapping.
Yapping.
They just know how to keep a conversation going. You get a bunch of us in the room, we just look at each other like, talk about sports for a few minutes, talk about some fine asses, and then we have nothing else to talk about.
Big A came to the party with a Scream mask on that didn't cover his nose.
Did he really?
I swear, it was so small,
barely covered
on his face, that it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we got him to sing a little karaoke. We got him to sing Staying Alive.
I saw the video. He was terrific.
Oh, it's tragic. It was a great time. He had fun. Everyone was, drinking. Like I said, the bar's a disaster right now. But it was fun. I had a good time.
Where's pictures from the party?
Yeah, whereas everyone's too... there I am in my usual get-up.
You're one of the Three Musketeers?
Three Musketeers outfit.
You're one of the Musketeers?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be? It's the only costume I have. I was going to go as like an urban militant kind of guy, but I do that every day.
You got to get the bar cleaned up for the big baseball game tonight.
Nah, just get the bar. Yeah. Well, Ange is coming over. She'll take care of it and then mess it up again tonight with some more drinking and merriment. But no, it was pretty cool. I think the whole night wrapped up at about 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's not bad.
With a showing of Dawn of the Dead in the theater, the one with Ving Rhames and shit. Like that one.
Wow. I left like 5 hours before the party was over.
Oh, yeah.
I'm such an old lady.
It was just nothing but more bad karaoke, drinking, and
the party was
movies.
just beginning when you left, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Fast Times at
How many
Ridgemont
people
High
made it to the end?
Too. Well, finally.
No, I know.
Me. No, it was about, I don't know, 4, 5 people left. About it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then
and Danny, why is Danny
woke up the next day at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon again yesterday?
Just in time for the Yankee game.
Yeah.
Why is Danny all clean cut? There's no facial hair. He has no hair.
His Halloween costume.
Well, if you look at
that's
Halloween
why
costume there online, Danny was the perfect Carl from Sling Blade. And he goes the distance. Like, if you remember last year, he was Doc Brown, and that's why he had his hair like that. It was painted white, and it was his hair as Doc Brown. This year, he shaved it exactly like Carl.
I still have it exactly like Carl.
Yeah, it's still just like Carl.
He's got the Carl Sling Blade
And he
hairdo.
had the big dicky pants on. They were too short with the boots and the bad button-down shirt.
The extra large blue button-down
blue
shirt.
button-down shirt, and he had some books that he carried around with him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a belt of his books.
Yeah, it was really good, and you got the facial expressions down. And then it was cool because you'd be like, Carl, could I have a beer? And Carl would get, you did the boy.
I'd ask people if they want the big one.
Yeah. You want the big one? Mm-hmm.
Very good.
He's a little loud.
Let me
over at Bill Cox's bar.
Let's go to Joe in Georgia. Joe.
Hey, it's Sean. But I got a quick question. If Danny shaves his head, does that mean that Sam won Afro Wars?
I think Afro Wars, even though we ended it at least 2 years ago, is finally officially over because it was down to Sam and Danny. And Danny shaved everything off to, get into the Carl.
Let me be the first to congratulate Sam on growing his hair for a longer amount of time than me. You are the winner.
Sam!
Wow.
By the way, I know what I want Sam to do with his hair.
What?
I want Sam.
Why isn't Sam in here? He ran down
By the way,
hall.
I saved my hair. It's in a bag at my house.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, we could figure out something
Give
to do
it to
with
a
that.
cancer people.
Fuck them.
Sam!
Oh, my God.
Get your own hair.
I can't hear it.
Where's that little fucker?
Sam,
There he is.
Danny just congratulated you. You
I
officially
didn't know
have
what was going on because I was asking Kenny, are they still talking about me or did they move right on? And Kenny didn't know because he's listening to Jay-Z outside in the hallway.
Why is he listening to Jay-Z?
Righty?
Were you cheese eater?
No,
You a cheese eating rat?
I'm not a rep, but I will. Thank you for the congratulations. Last man standing in Afro Wars. I told you from the beginning it'd be me. It was me. Danny, you were a very formidable opponent.
You've persevered.
Now,
Here's what I want. I want Sam to do something with his hair, though.
I was just going to say that.
Are you going
now,
to cut your hair now that Afro
no.
Wars is over?
No.
Why? Now there's no reason.
No.
Yeah, why?
To remind people who won. So people
No,
actually.
see, that's not, no, you don't do that.
No,
You
I'm not.
won.
I think Sam should be forced to cut it. I want a Ben Franklin do. I want a shoehorn in the middle with Ben Franklin doing the back. If you really love this radio show, that's what you'll do with your
You
hair.
have very unique hair. There's a lot we can do with it as far as sculpting and like that. Like
I'm going to vote for Pennywise the Clown.
Pennywise, yeah.
Very good. You get a picture of Pennywise.
For the Tim Curry character?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it can do more for the show. Let's let it keep growing. It's going to keep going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just beat red.
I didn't go
Oh
to
my
Charlie's
God,
Theater
that
this
would
year.
be great. You could do Pennywise really well.
I could.
Could you do Pennywise for us?
When the time comes.
Time's here. Should be red. Red and bald on top.
Yeah, with a big white face. Yeah.
It's very scary.
Yeah, we got to make it a Pennywise.
Ugh, that is frightening.
Yeah, he does look scary. I didn't like him as Pennywise, though.
All right, so there you go. Breaking news, Sam wins Afro Wars. Danny had a good Halloween costume. Ant's party was good.
Do you think everybody's been on the edge of their seat for the entire Afro Wars, wondering who will win?
Wherever I went, people were asking me about it.
Really? Was it everywhere you went?
Everywhere. It was just crazy. I couldn't even do my day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
All they want to know is
coming up to you
about Afro Wars.
That's awesome.
And no more highlights from the party?
No, it's kind of, got to be there kind of a thing. It's one thing to describe a bunch of drunks wailing into microphones and drinking much too much, but it was fun. I had a good time. Yeah, that's about that.
All right. We could take a break and get into some other things.
N-words got to eat.
Yeah.
Yo.
I got a tinkle. It's 7:30 already?
7:30 already. Warren Haynes coming into jam for us today. What's he going to do? Soul Shine, I think? Didn't he say he was doing Soul Shine?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not sure.
What song is he doing? Is Steve here today?
Nope.
Where's he?
Hey.
Oh, it's Monday. Even though we joked about how Steve's not going to take Mondays off anymore, he still takes a lot of the Mondays off, by the way.
I went to the Halloween parade in the village. It was a lot of fun, but I can't sit down.
Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony, before we move on from Halloween, there was something we wanted to do on Friday's show, but quite frankly, after they shut us down, we just didn't feel like doing anything else.
Ooh, ting-ting.
Yes. You weren't bothered by the shutdown on Friday, Ant?
Yeah.
I was bothered because they're rookies and they don't understand that we understand the rules. And they had to put their fucking noses into our bit.
And, we were seconds away from Sandy Kane sucking off Bobo.
Yeah. That's how stupid they are. Sandy Kane wasn't going to suck off Bobo.
Yeah,
and Sandy
please.
Kane has seen some fucking horror shows in her life, and she was freaked out by Bobo and his tiny little penis.
She blew Tippy Tom and looked at Bobo and said no.
God, she did blow Tippy Tom.
How does that happen?
Did she blow Tippy Tom?
Yes.
Wait, did she actually blow him?
Yeah, she was jacking him off, and then she
Holy
sucked his dick for a little while.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice dick, man.
Right. The video's pretty good when you tell Bobo to put his fucking pants back on.
Yeah, put your fucking pants on. I know, it was awfully degrading and dirty.
Like, it wasn't one of our greatest bits. I'll be the first to say that, but management's got to stay down the fucking hall. We've been at this a long time.
Yeah.
For real.
For real.
Because I tell Bladder some of this shit, whatever. But then there's real shit, and this is real shit. Stay far away from us.
Yeah, just stay down there. Do some
They were running in
spreadsheets.
They were running in notes. How long you been doing radio, you clowns?
They got work to do. TPS reports.
I don't know who the other guy is. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know.
He seems nice enough. Whatever.
Yeah, management's always nice.
Whatever.
How come we don't see Steve Bladder anymore?
Because he fucking bailed on us.
Did he? Is he
Quite
done with the channel?
frankly. Huh?
Totally.
Well, he sort of oversees the channel, but he went back to running all the music channels. So now we're left with a bunch of rookies. A bunch of fucking rookies. We all should be bothered by that.
I'm only bothered by the ball breaking about my fucking ads for my gigs and complaining about how often they play. And it's like, that. Come on, man. That's part of my fucking
That's
thing
rookie
here.
shit is what I'm saying. The people should understand that. Whatever. Let's
That drives
try
me
to stay
crazy.
positive.
Yeah. They got to just let us be a little wild in here. They got to have a little faith in us. Let us
Running
get a little
notes
wild.
in means you have no fucking idea what we do, and you panicked. You fucking panicked on us.
It's like, come on the air. That's part of...
And then they don't want to come on the air, and then we're sitting here like, duh.
They blew the hatch. They screwed the pooch.
Fucking rookies. Got to deal with fucking rookies. You got to be kidding me. Anyway, the news. We're doing a John and Kate Halloween thing. That was so horrendous. We want to squeeze this in on Friday, but we just bailed on everybody. But we can play it today before we move on from Halloween. Yeah. Local news. It's an excuse to just put on a fucking costume for Halloween and act like a complete idiot. With no, humor behind it, no creativity behind it, no nothing.
Do they attempt to be funny?
If you ask these people, I don't even know which local news did this in New York. And it's when we say local news, I mean, it's still New York City.
Yeah, it's New York.
There's a lot of fucking people listening to the local news here in the big city. They did a John and Kate thing. And if you ask them, they would say they fucking killed with this.
We killed.
So, Jimmy, I want you to pay close attention to this.
I certainly will.
The one anchor was dressed up as Kate. The other anchor was dressed up like John. And then 8 other people that work for the news station, adults, were sitting around in a circle making believe they were the 8 kids of John and Kate.
Didn't we do one bit of theirs that was fucking horrible? One John and Kate bit from the news guy where he was trying to improv and it was horrendous.
No, we were just watching it. We weren't able to get it on the air.
Oh, we didn't play it? Okay.
No, we were yelling and screaming. It was during a break. We were watching this going, you got to be kidding me. This is the news. Here we go.
Right, it's 8:44, and I'm Kate Goslin here with, hopefully he's here. John? Where are you? I hear you found religion today. Did you find anything in our bank account?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, first of all, I hear you have the kids there. Hi, kids. Hi, children. Do you love Daddy?
You know what, kids?
Do you love Daddy more than Mommy?
Great improv.
Okay, well, you know what? Here's the thing, Kate. You know, that's okay. I don't love you anymore. You know what? I'm at the carousel.
Yeah,
so you want to be at the carousel with Daddy? Okay, here's what's going on.
Where's the rabbi? Where's Rabbi Shmuley, John? Is he at the carousel
Rabbi Shmuley is on his way, okay, Kate? Okay? Now, he's going to help me better myself. I'm going to get zen. I'm going to really, zen out over this weekend. I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to get rid of this gut right here, this beer belly that I have, and I'm going to start dressing a little more appropriate, stop wearing the Ed Hardy t-shirt and the jeans, although I like these jeans because I love this patch right here. You know, I spent a lot of time ironing this patch on my jeans.
You know what? Hey, guys.
Shut up.
Can you pipe down? Mommy's on TV, all right? Mommy's on TV right now.
Oh, my.
He does these impersonations. I swear, you would think it was the real people.
Goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no, that's terrible. That's just awful.
Yeah.
Horrid.
Yeah, that's the news. Now, I didn't know they were doing SNL. They decided to do SNL on Friday.
Yeah.
Because it was Halloween.
And not even a quick hit. They were on and on. Oh, enough. They had no game plan, by the way.
No, they had no idea where they were going. They barely spiraling down.
We'll wing it. It's going to be fantastic.
Mommy's trying to do the right thing.
So,
you know what?
And money, you know what, Kate? Money doesn't mean anything to me anymore.
Yeah, you know what, John? It doesn't. It doesn't when your girlfriend's 22, John. It doesn't. But when you got 8 kids to feed, it means a little something.
You know what? Nothing you can say is going to hurt me because I'm zen, baby. I'm zen now.
Yeah. You know what? You're a balding middle-aged man, John, and now our TV show is canceled.
Okay. Yeah. Hey,
Get a grip.
I'm going to have another show.
You know what? I'm hitting the gym.
Okay?
I got a trainer. I got a styling haircut with some Dior glasses to go with it. You see these kids?
Look at that.
They're clean. They're well fed. They're like 8 angels here. You know what? I don't need the rabbi because I got my own angels right here in person. Maddie,
well, you know what?
Keep it quiet over there.
That's okay because they've been replaced with my new family over here.
Yeah.
See, aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
Isn't the baby beautiful?
You know what? They're young enough to be your children, John. Okay?
Well,
They're
they
young
are.
enough
You've
to
been
be your
replaced,
children.
Kate.
Can they fit 6 babies inside their belly, John? I don't think so. All right?
That's a low blow. That's just a low blow.
Yeah.
You know what? Just let them know that Daddy still loves them, even though they don't love Daddy anymore. And because I'm better. I'm a better man now.
All right.
Well, you know what? I'm going to get on the carousel, and I'm going to have fun today because I'm all about Zen these days, and I'm spiritual with Shmuley.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know what? On that note, I'm going to wrap you, John. See you later.
Eat your heart
it.
out.
Enjoy your
Eat
time
your
with
heart
Rabbi
out.
Shmuley. All right, coming up on Good Day New York.
And then she got a laugh. Coming up on Good Day.
She was better than he was. At least she wasn't as bad as he was.
That was horrendous on both parts.
Now, at least she had some fucking couple of good slams.
With some zingers?
Yeah, he was horrible.
This wasn't a comedy troupe, though. This was a fucking local news program.
The news.
Let me say hi to Brandon in Virginia. Brandon, Jesus. Brandon, what's
Brandy,
up?
Yeah.
Did anyone else notice that John sounded a lot like Bob Kelly?
He kind of did.
Dude, I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to lose the beer gut.
I'm Zen.
You get your coffee, you go on the carousel, boom, you're having fun.
You know what, dude? You have kids. You know what, dude? I got a good life. Boom. I'm in love. I got my kids. You know what, dude? So what? I'm hanging out in a private plane. So what? It's Dane's and not mine. Boom. I'm relaxed. You know what, dude? I'm overfishing already. It was a mini obsession. Boom. I hate myself like I should.
Is he overfishing?
He should be.
He probably
you know what,
is.
dude?
I
I talk about it and boom, then I don't talk about it, dude.
Was he in here Friday? I left the studio with Bob Kelly. It was Thursday or Friday. He goes, I got the next thing for us. Paintball. Think about it.
No.
Like, what's there to think about? It's fucking paintball. It's cool.
I've never played paintball.
You reach a point,
But he has
though,
to make it bigger than life. Paintball. Think about it.
You reach a point where paintball kind of gets like, it's for the young. You give yourself a subdural hematoma.
This looks delicious.
Oh,
a good fruit smoothie.
You got a big pink smoothie there.
People who say their S's like that, like
Yes.
it's just the greatest. Like, the giant people who call in sports radio and have that fucking side of the mouth lisp should have their fucking teeth knocked out with a rock. You know what? I just think that if the Mets aren't going to play better, we shouldn't support the teams. Why are you calling a radio show? Text it.
Could we just have speech impediment people call our show for the rest of the morning?
Please. Real speech impediments.
Let's go to Will in North Carolina. Will.
Oh, boys.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks, Will.
That fucking clip made me physically angry. Listen to that shit. How do they get away with that? A news director will approve that, but you guys can't run a fucking skit, and you actually have talent? That's bullshit.
Well, it's a Halloween thing. You put a costume on, then you could do whatever the fuck you want, I guess. It was weird. I mean, the local news, they had a lot of weird stuff going on with their Halloween costumes. Someone's suggesting, is it Pat from Winaki? I like it. Oh, no, it's Newsvember.
Newsvember.
They make fun of the news for the whole month and over.
Pat wasn't there at the party.
Why?
We called him. He said he was feeling a bit under the weather.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that means.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what the fuck?
With his medical history, that's never good to hear.
Yeah, well.
I know, and to miss a party? Like, come on. Pat's at every fucking party.
We missed Pat from Winaki. Pat from Winaki hates me,
we missed
but I
Pat.
like him.
Really? Pat hates you?
He certainly does.
Why does he
What
hate
happened?
you?
Don't know.
Wow, that's weird.
Is that real or?
I don't know.
You think what's going on? Let me say hi to Drew in Alabama. Drew keeps calling us. What's up with you today, Drew?
Shit, it's my day off work. I did a bunch of coke last night. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Drew.
I hate to be busting
Would you
your
shut down the
balls,
Crystal Meth Factory on Monday? You fucking Alabama
no.
hillbilly fuck.
No. Like Bill Burr says, I'm a warehouse worker, man. But listen,
Man.
fucking, the reason they put that John and Kate plus 8 shit on the news is to distract you from the whole fucking fact that there's a whole war going on in the Middle East. They put, yeah, exactly. They put all that shit, they put all this bullshit to distract you with fucking Lindsay Lohan, who hadn't had a job in 5 years. They show her fucking pussy. That makes fucking the news. They don't want to show you what's going on in the fucking Middle East.
I disagree with you, sir. Hold on.
Yeah,
here's why I don't agree with you.
Because we could get our news now if you really cared. You could really go on the internet and find exactly what you're looking for.
And they don't have that kind of foresight to do that. They're just knee-jerk reaction idiots, and they want to be entertainers, most of them. It's not like you have 3 news channels anymore with guys with integrity, whether it was, Rather and a few other guys or Cronkite. These guys are all wannabe entertainers. So they want to be funny, they want to be entertaining, and that's what keeps people watching, I guess. But they're not doing it to distract you, dude. They're too stupid to have that kind of foresight.
And in the days of, we forget that we've always been fascinated with this horse shit. What was going on? What was Joey Buttafuoco the distraction for? What was the whole OJ fucking trial? Right. What was that a distraction from? I mean, we're just fascinated with this horse shit, with celebrity and all that stuff. So, they know.
Who are you talking about? Who is fascinated?
The populace.
With that.
The populace.
Motherfucker, if OJ fucking stabs a bitch, send the motherfucking dude to jail.
Well,
but that's not.
Apparently they didn't. So that
Dude,
was
you're not
good
making
news.
sense,
Yeah,
though.
Drew,
We
Drew,
get
what are you
that.
talking about? Who? It's obvious. There's a lot of who's out there digging this shit. That's obvious.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying Johnny K plus 8. Yeah, bitch pumped 8 kids out of cunt. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, who gives a fuck? There's a war going on. There's fucking people my age. I'm 22 years old. There's people my age out there fucking dying.
I agree with you, but a lot of people have chose not to go and find that information, and they would rather sit and watch the John and Kate horse shit. Do you understand?
I understand.
We're all free-thinking human beings, and if you really want to find out about that, especially in this day and age, it's very easy to see.
Okay, but when I turn on channel fucking 10 news, I don't want to see John and Kate plus 8. I want to see fucking what's going on in the Middle East with the soldiers, where my fucking tax money is going.
Then
I
don't
want to see where my money is going. I don't give a fuck if some bitch is out there pumping out 8 kids and being a fucking cunt to her husband.
Then don't watch, dude. Hold on, dude. All you can do is not watch it. So don't watch it. The good thing is, there's enough places, whether it's Drudge or other, you want to go to Huffington Post, you want to go to CNN.com or any of the websites. There's plenty of places online to get the news that you want to get.
Jimmy, I love you, dude. I understand what you're saying, but 99.9% of people in America don't give a fuck about the internet. What they do when they get home from work is they turn on the fucking 10 o'clock news, and what do they see? John and Kate plus 8.
You're wrong that people don't care about the internet, though, guy. It's the majority of Americans do have the internet, or I would say a good portion of Americans. And you kidding me? Look at a YouTube viral video has 80 million views or 70 million views.
Yeah, people. The internet is pretty damn huge now.
10 years ago, dude, 10 years ago, your argument's correct, but now it's the internet, man. You can become a tremendous star on the internet or a tremendous force on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, if they were able...
I understand chocolate, Rain. Who gives a fuck what some fucking douchebag has to put on the internet?
Drew, I agree with you, but to think that they're controlling us by throwing all these distractions on TV, that's just not true anymore. They can't hold back information from us. Like Jimmy said, maybe 10 years ago you would have a point, but not now.
And I don't know how
a lot of us spend more time on the internet than watching TV.
I certainly do.
I don't know how things run in Alabama, but let me tell you something. I can watch. Holy shit! Hold it! I'm just talking.
Well, he did cocaine last night.
I
you gotta
know.
give him a little.
I'm saying that people. He's just fucking. He doesn't even.
You good?
No, shut up. I said I don't know how things work in
What were we saying,
Alabama,
Drew?
but I can log on to a stupid YouTube video and know what's going on with the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. It's not like because you do one, you can't do the other. I could know what stupid celebrities are doing all over and still be educated as far as what our politicians are doing to rob us blind. It depends on what priority you have. Is the most important thing John and Kate, or is it, what really affects you? And that shit is just entertainment.
Well, I understand what you're saying, Mr. Ant, but the mass majority of people get their information from the television, not the intranet.
Oh,
not the
my God,
interweb.
Drew, we're going to go around in circles.
Drew,
That's
you're
just
wrong.
not true anymore.
It's not true anymore. You're out of touch when it comes to that.
Most
a lot
people,
of people
turn on their fucking computer, and there's the news right there. Some headlines, quick headlines before you go surfing.
Updates on your phone.
I dial into AOL, and after I hear the... That's why he's still at that point in Alabama.
We got Dave in Canada. Hold on, Drew. Hold on.
Go ahead, Drew.
Dave, go ahead. You're on with Drew from Alabama.
Drew?
Okay, thanks. Hey, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks. What's Drew thinking?
Drew, come on, buddy. Fucking, I live in goddamn Canada. You're always making shit-ass fun of us here.
Ooh.
What are you fucking, where are you living? I know about the goddamn war and shit. And don't give me this fucking crap that everybody's getting their goddamn information off the fucking TV set, man.
I'm living in Alabama, man, wherever the fuck your accent is from, faggot.
I love when they hate each other.
I know.
Let these two go. Let these two go for a while.
Yeah.
Hey,
You wanna know where my
listen,
fucking accent is from, man?
dude, one at a time, player, one at a time.
Yep.
Oh, God. Are you black now all of a sudden? What are you changing your fucking attitude?
Oh, I'm black all of a sudden. No, I'm a white dude from
You
Alabama.
sound like a
Go
fucking
ahead,
nigger right
continue.
now.
Ooh.
What do you do?
Finish your point. Go ahead, one at a time.
Go ahead.
You done?
This stinks.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I think you lost there, Dave in Canada.
The
Poor Canadian.
Drew's right about one thing, though, and I don't know. They have showed less of the war and less bodies since Obama has been in office. This last year, you've not been inundated with pictures of bodies coming home because it's no longer Bush, and their thing is, well, it's not Obama's war, so they don't want to hurt him by showing that stuff.
Obama.
Dude, and another thing that I think about Obama.
Fucking Kane!
Obama did go and have a photo op by where they were bringing the caskets back from some of the dead from Afghanistan. So, what was funny about it? I'm just saying, as a president, I think we're seeing a different side of the war, whereas Bush wanted people to see progress and what was going on. So we saw a lot of Predator shots. We saw a lot of buildings blowing up, Taliban being killed. This administration is showing the cost of the war, the bodies and things like that, or at least the caskets and the death count more so than the Bush administration.
No, it's
Jimmy,
not.
You are a prick. You're getting them all wound up.
Fucking Kane!
He just laughs at that. Aaron writes on Instant Feedback, this guy's an idiot. TV never goes on. First thing when I get home is computer. The computer gets turned on.
How old is Aaron? Ask Aaron how old he is, because I'm talking about the 45, 55-year-old people that are
How old are you?
fucking old to get on the computer when they get home.
Yeah, you said, wait, how old are you? You say he's 22. You're 22.
I'm 22 years old.
How big are you?
I come home and I don't even turn on the TV
fucking Kane!
unless the Alabama Crimson Tide is playing football.
Fucking Kane!
Yeah, the Crescent Tide.
All right, Danny.
I love
Dude,
that.
you're saying that you
I'll
don't
eat a chick during the Crescent Tide. I don't even give a shit.
I know.
Oh, wait a
no,
minute.
you've
Not
told
Crimson,
us
is it?
all. You told us all.
Crescent doesn't make sense,
No, it
does it?
certainly doesn't. It just sounds stupid.
I just sounded stupid. And Alabama's on the phone, and I sounded stupid.
Yeah, Crescent Tide.
Why?
I'll eat a pussy when she's on the blue water. What?
It's on a certain type of cookie.
Oh, my God, this guy.
Fucking Kane!
You guys fucking rule, man. I'm just fucked up.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, there he goes.
He's a good boy.
He'll probably think, damn, they're finally turning my phone off.
Do we even have to argue the point? Most people are getting their information from the internet right now.
It's amazing.
Or their
right?
phones, which is obviously part...
The internet is fucking... It's amazing. Like, we grew up without it. People who didn't grow up without it don't understand... Like, I can't believe I ever lived without it.
Yeah.
How about, I can't believe I lived without a cell phone. That is bizarre. How did we get together? How did we get together?
When you were in your car, you were completely cut off
from the world,
from everybody.
Yes, you were.
It was the radio. If there was a major disaster, the radio would pick it up and you'd know through that. But as far as a personal thing goes, or a friend needs help, or that, which, it's usually just bullshit calls, but you were completely cut off till you got home.
Unless you're listening to this show, and then the disaster was probably the show you were listening to.
The show itself, yes, of course.
I want to call shenanigans on the USS New York.
Really?
They're saying it was built with 7.5 tons of steel from the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Now, that sounds like an awesome thing, obviously.
Wow, a lot of steel, right?
I would be... Well, how much does
How much does the ship weigh?
I'm thinking there's a couple rivets they made from some of the remains from the World Trade Center.
Probably 1,000 tons or more. I mean, how many...
Danny, get us
how many
stats.
tons? They're saying 7.5 tons of this new warship was made from material from
USS
Ground Zero.
New York statistics.
Yeah.
But I think the average person would think that would be the majority of the ship. But
No,
7.5 is
tons?
nothing.
Oh my God! That's
No. I understand that, but when they visually
that much.
see the ship, they're thinking, "Wow, that was made from the remains of Ground Zero."
The ashes of 9/11 comes a ship forged of steel from the World Trade Center. Our nation's enemies brought the fight to New York. The USS New York will now bring something to the future of blah, blah, blah. How much does it weigh?
Yeah, how much does it weigh?
About. Elephant's
there it
5
is.
tons. That's going to be 1,000 tons.
7.5 tons of steel from the World Trade Center went into the 600 trillion tons of... No. I have no
How
idea.
many tons? Does anyone know the answer to
We
this?
need the vital statistics.
Let me guess.
7.5 tons.
Someone's saying 5 pounds. Rape!
Let's say maybe 1,000 tons is wrong.
24.9.
1,000 tons is probably wrong because an elephant, again, 5 tons, that's more than 200.
I'm getting like
elephants.
25,000 tons.
Okay, that's probably right. Yeah, I was way off.
So 25,000 tons and 7.5. I mean, that's a very small percentage. I mean, still a cool thing.
Yeah, I guess
obviously.
it's enough.
No, it's a cool thing, but
They probably melted
put it?
out some steel they could use and dumped it in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me say hi to Don in Jersey. Don.
Welcome aboard, Donnie.
That Don on the phone?
Hey, love the show, guys. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Don. Welcome aboard.
Just want to say, concerning the wartime coverage, I don't know if you guys got a chance to check this out on HBO.
No.
It was a Taking Chance with Kevin Bacon. It was fucking incredible.
Kevin Bacon.
Why was it
Did you see
incredible? No, I did not. So why? I'm asking why was it incredible?
Yeah.
It's the story, whenever a Marine is brought back here deceased, it's the story of how another Marine has to accompany the casket all the way from when it lands on the U.S. soil to its final resting place. And I guarantee you guys will shed tears when you watch it, all kidding aside. It's called Taking Chance.
Sounds great.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Thank you,
Like
sir.
a
Awesome,
Osprey
bro.
on there. The
All right.
fucking all ready to do their 21-gun salute.
Sure.
They do it yet? They're going to
No.
pass by Ground Zero with this and do a 21-gun salute.
And then they're parking it near the Intrepid at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Right
That
next
way you
door.
can go and see it.
How about this?
For how long, though? Because they got to use this thing, don't they?
No, what the fuck? We got plenty of ships everywhere.
How about enough, and this is, and take this as it's meant, enough pomp and circumstance with Ground Zero, and how about they stop red taping and fucking the city and build something? How about enough salutes and enough tributes? You want to tribute the victims, you have to fucking rebuild on the site instead of leaving a hole there.
Well,
It's amazing all the tributes, and it's still a
I
goddamn
agree with
hole
you, but
because
there's a
of
lot of
fucking the red tape.
A lot of red tape there, Jimmy. A lot of red tape.
Enough
Just
already.
the idea that a ship was built with the metal from the World Trade Center. It is now passing by Ground Zero, and there's still nothing there. They built a ship.
Nothing
with
of
the fucking
significance
steel.
anyway, right?
No.
That Freedom Tower is never going up. I wonder if there is
No.
some kind of an underlying reason. If they're really waiting until they can at least say the war is over or they've gotten Bin Laden.
Hell fucking no.
Because this way they're afraid.
It's
they can-
greedy motherfuckers that are involved with that whole project.
Hold on, play it out this way. They're waiting until they can say that the war on terror they've been really disabled. This way, that if they build bigger buildings there, they'll be able to rent the
People
space. They might be afraid now if they rent them, they'll just be vacant on the top 30 or 40 floors.
I think it's greed. I think it comes down to the simple word.
Well, that kind of would be greed. I mean, if they're
Greed.
waiting because they wanted to rent the top floors, that could be classified as greed.
I think it's just a bunch of horse shit. It should have been built a long fucking
I
time
agree.
ago.
Horse shit.
The city's all about greed. I mean, look at this Bloomberg who thinks he's helping out New York City, and he can't get the tough jobs done. You hear about the cabs? Another surcharge for the cabs? Dude, the
tax
cabs, and we got a lot of
everyone.
them that listen to this show, and I take a lot of cabs. They're out of their fucking minds. There's another 50-cent surcharge going.
Surcharge, great. It's called a tax.
And already a cab ride in New York City is pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah, the
so
second you
less
jump
people
in.
are walking when they realize, you know what, I could probably hoof this one. I'm not going to take a cab. The cabbies are hurting big time.
Yep.
And now they threw another 50-cent surcharge on those guys.
This motherfucker, Bloomberg, with his taxes, Corzine over there in Jersey. If you're in Jersey, I don't know how.
Corzine's the worst.
You are. There's even a fucking decision to be made where you would put this taxing son of a bitch back in office again. You'd be insane. If you do, you deserve to be drained of every fucking penny you have. Bloomberg, same thing. What's his answer to everything? Tax the fuck out of people. I am now paying a tax that involves the MTA, the transit of Manhattan.
What's that
I don't
about?
even live in New York City, you fucking hump.
What's that about?
Well, the MTA apparently is going broke because no one takes public transportation
Yeah, they do,
in Manhattan.
dude. You crazy?
Oh, literal Jim. And instead of straightening the shit out and getting it to run smoothly,
Are you
cut the
suggesting
waste,
there's some mismanagement going on?
holy fuck,
Are
is
you
there
suggesting that?
mismanagement.
That's crazy, Ed. You can't say that.
That all came out during that last strike debacle that they had with their fucking leader, the union leader, who's a big piece of shit. And the mismanagement, the money that is wasted in the transit authority.
I don't understand
is
how
crazy.
they don't turn a profit.
Well,
that is mind-boggling
well,
to
you
me.
know what?
With
Who
all
cares?
the trains, the buses, the subways, the fucking tunnel traffic,
Dude, why
It's
do they have to
mind-boggling.
why do they have to turn a profit when all they got to do is turn to me and you and everyone else and just tax the living cunt out of us? Because that's exactly what they're doing. Instead of raising the rates for the people that use it, which would anger them up the ass, they give me an MTA transit tax that I have to pay, and I'm out on Long Island. I pay Easy Pass in and out of the city every fucking day. So my gasoline in my truck, more tax goes to that than the cost of the fucking gas.
There is
crazy.
some kind of surcharge on the gasoline, right? Some
Of course, there's basic
some
taxes.
But I mean, some kind of commuter surcharge, I'm sure.
By
or
tires,
something.
you can be taxed. You buy everything.
So
is
you're
a tax.
doing your part by
more than my part
by paying when you come in and out of New York City. So
And then-
why do you have to pay for
Yeah.
the MTA if you're not using it?
I'm not using
That
it.
doesn't
I'm
make
not doing
fucking
anything.
sense at all.
It doesn't help me like the. Some people say, well, you don't have a kid, but you just pay the school tax. I pay the school tax in my neighborhood to keep the schools nice so the bad element doesn't move in and fuck my neighborhood up. What is paying the MTA tax going to do for me? How is that helping me as a taxpayer? It's not. It's letting people off the hook because it's easier for these politician motherfuckers to tax the shit out of it. Here's what I'm doing for the first time in history. First time in history. I am going to a voting booth
Tomorrow's
tomorrow,
voting day, yeah.
and I am pulling the lever for fucking right-wing conservative motherfucker. I don't care what his name is. I don't care if he's been involved in an abortion clinic bombing. I am voting for him. That's how hard fucking right I'm going.
But those guys suck too.
And I know.
They all
They
fucking
just don't suck for taxing.
Don't get me wrong.
They all suck.
Don't get me wrong. I know. But you know something?
Our taxes
I'll
suck no matter
fucking
who's
give her
in
her
there.
own abortion. I don't need the law to tell me that I can't do that.
The taxes
Fuck 'em.
suck no matter who the fuck is in there.
No.
Yes. We're paying too much taxes no matter what.
It's worse when the Democrats are in.
But
it
it's still
always has
So
been.
we go back to Republicans. You're
Yep.
going to be happy?
Yeah, I'd be happier.
There's still way too many fucking taxes coming out of our fucking
The
pocket.
Republicans
no
are
matter
more,
who's in there.
Yeah, of course, but the
No matter who the
Republicans
fuck
are
is
more
in there.
for cutting the fucking waste instead of overtaxing the shit out. Look at what Corzine's done. He went into that situation and he's taxed the living fuck out of everyone. They can't even live anymore. People are leaving. And New York City's another thing.
Look,
Bloomberg taxes the shit out of everyone. Now,
Can we look at
people
sweater?
had to leave.
Look at sweater meat.
What?
Some nice sweater meat coming by. It'll relax you.
Oh, there she is.
Okay.
Hey. They can't even leave. As a matter of fact, more people have left New York that were paying high taxes.
Right. Well,
they're gaining from raising the taxes.
They love putting Band-Aids on these fucking problems.
Yeah. It's
ignoring the fact that they got a major issue with this MTA.
If you got holes,
a major fucking issue.
You got holes in a bucket and you're filling it up with water and the water keeps leaking out. Instead of fixing the holes, they just turn the water up more. We'll just turn the fucking water up higher.
Did you hear what came
Where's
out?
the water?
Did you hear what came out with the Amtrak thing? Maybe Danny can find it because I need the exact price. But every time someone buys a ticket for Amtrak is losing a certain amount of money. That's how bad Amtrak has got.
They lose money.
How the fuck is that possible?
On every ticket sold.
How the fuck is that possible?
Except in the Northeast Corridor.
Except
That
the
makes
Northeast
money.
Corridor, right. There's one that goes from somewhere to L.A., I believe. And every time someone buys a ticket for that particular run especially, they're losing oh, God, how much money was it? It was unbelievable
It was
to
over
me.
$400
Was it
per
400?
ticket.
Where is it? Study says Amtrak loses $32 per passenger.
Oh, per passenger.
So that's throughout the entire system.
Yeah.
And okay, here it is. Los Angeles and New Orleans, they lose $462 per person.
Per person.
How the fuck do they get to stay in business? If your business sucked that bad, guess what? You're going under.
You're gone. And that's
But
the
we
point.
can't allow Amtrak to go under. We can't allow the MTA to go under.
Well, the MTA is...
Well, eventually something's got to happen.
Yeah, that should be taken over by somebody that will go in there and just wipe the fucking thing clean and restaff. Because now it's at the point where there's so much fucking criminal activity, crooks just pocketing money, favors, bullshit, unions holding the city hostage. I've had it. Fuck them. And now I got to fucking write another check with my federal and my state and my fucking this city to school, property, and now this MTA tax. I got to fucking cut another check
It's
to bail
amazing.
these cocksuckers out.
And then the surcharge
Fuck
on
you.
the cabbies on top of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, now going to
a cab ride is
Yeah.
expensive to begin with.
Fuck them. I am literally at the point where I'm being taxed so much, I really am thinking, I have to think about what I do. And I used to be very carefree and reckless, let's say. I have to think about things like employing people. And that helps the economy. That helps when I gainfully employ people. My business employs people. And I have to look and go, I'm not going to be able to employ this person anymore because of the taxes. So what did that just do? It just put another person on the unemployment line or trying to look for a job. They don't know how to fix the problems.
They know how to put Band-Aids on the problems.
Bad ones, too.
The stupid Bloomberg. They all suck. That's where I'm at
Bloomberg
with
and
this shit.
Corzine. But Bloomberg's getting elected. It doesn't matter.
But we have term limits.
Corzine.
Wait, we have term limits.
No, he decided. He
How the fuck
decided
we
we
turn
didn't.
that around?
He just decided we
Aren't we
didn't.
supposed to vote on that at least?
No, he said.
What's
won't
that
vote
about,
on the-
for real? I don't know.
He said we won't vote on the term limits, but if I go up for election and people didn't want term limits, they just won't vote for me.
Then why didn't he say that with Giuliani? Didn't he fucking fight Giuliani?
He was
after
the big
9/11?
one. After 9/11, when Giuliani wanted to stay on a little longer to make sure logistically the city can operate, and he was the guy in there, Bloomberg said, no, this is the time we need somebody to come in and show that things are still running
The
and
system
working.
still works.
And
Yeah.
this motherfucker out of nowhere just bought his way a third term, and now he's literally buying into getting a third term.
I still think I prefer him over a Democrat, a liberal Democrat for taxing, even though he is a Democrat.
But he
in
is a
disguise.
liberal Democrat.
I know, but he's at least slightly more conservative, I think, than the other guy will be, than Thompson will be.
Let me think. In which way? Fiscally?
Yeah, I just think taxing. I think he's going to be a little bit better
He's
than the other
horrid
dude.
with taxing.
All right.
He's so bad.
But he's going to be better than a Democrat.
Oh.
This guy's going to answer the transit problems. We got Jay in Wisconsin. He's a locomotive engineer. What's up, Jay?
Not much, guys. Say, I don't know from taxes out where you guys are, but we just started up a new corridor transit authority for passenger. They haven't done it since the 70s out here. And I'll tell you what, one way, and we go probably about 60 miles, okay? And for a 60-mile trip, one way is $7, okay? So it's $14 round trip. These railroads operate and how they sell their seats based on the absolute lowest amount that they can charge for anything, okay? So what they then do is they go back, and being a union member, you know, I'm not going to say who I work for because I don't want to get the carrier on my ass, but these fucking unions, they sell away our rights because one trip rate for a locomotive engineer was $350 a day. It's now $280 a day. They just cut our wages here last week because they said they can't run it. Well, so the question becomes, why are we taxing, you know, people like you guys that don't live in the city or live outside where you're not going to use the transit?
Because it's easy, because we're villains, because, you know,
Exactly.
it's very easy to tax.
Yep.
Instead of fixing the problem. Fixing a problem is such a hassle and makes you very unpopular with the majority of people. They do studies, they take polls, they say who's the least amount of people we could piss off and get the most money in so that I'll still get elected my next term.
One thing, though, to consider, and this is one reason mass transit is needed, is because their thinking is if you make it too unaffordable, people will just start driving their cars. And,
Right,
and they're thinking
exactly.
that the congestion, and they're thinking that will make matters worse.
There's a third solution. Fix the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
put the whole cost on the rider of the MTA or the people that aren't riding it, but, you know, are taxed anyway.
Well, our crews are the guys that run Amtrak between, we're in the northern corridor that goes out towards Seattle, and that Amtrak line makes $0 because they can put their hand out to the government, and the government says, "Huh, you're fucking going under."
Well,
here you go.
the government runs Amtrak.
They do,
They
yes.
fucking,
That is a fact.
Yeah, they run Amtrak, so it's not
Yeah.
like, you know, they're
No,
the
but they
ones
pay-
losing the money, which, by the way, means the taxpayers. We own Amtrak. I hate saying the government. Whenever I say the government, please correct me and say we. Because we're the ones shelling out the money. So when the government gives somebody $18 billion or the government does this and pays for AIDS for Africa or this, that, it's not this nameless, faceless thing. It's everybody when you pump your fucking money in to them.
Well, as far as mass transit goes, I hate to cut you off. As far as mass transit goes, every mass transit system that we have, that we use as an engineer, and you know, that's how I make my livelihood, they're set to fail. I mean, they don't make money, and they won't make money for the next 5 years, and it's made off the taxpayers' back because the particular part of rail that we use for that, in the 80s, they tore it all out and basically put substandard rail in there. In the state that I'm in, they made the taxpayers $280 million to replace what they tore out because they didn't want to maintain.
He's getting a little too technical.
Right. All right, Jay. Thank you. You made your point there. I appreciate it.
Bye, Jay.
Just fix the fucking waste. That's all.
Let me go to Scott in Virginia. Scott.
Hey, here's a good one for you. My lady that does my quarterly taxes was telling me that the healthcare plan that's coming out for companies that have below or have 25 employees or more, if they don't provide health care for their employees, they're going to be penalized.
Yep.
So what's that mean? That means that if I've got 26 employees and I can do the job of 24, or 2 people are going out the door.
You know you're firing 2 people instead of getting this mandatory health care. Absolutely.
It's outrageous what it costs for people don't think about what an employer pays to have insurance for their employees.
And why do they think when you listen to the news and they say signs are pointing that the recession may be over? Companies are showing less losses, and some are even turning a profit. But the one thing we can't understand is how come unemployment is still up and rising? Well, the companies are showing profit because they're throwing people out the fucking door. They don't have to pay people, so the unemployment goes up, and the companies can turn a profit. Well, that isn't fixing the fucking problem.
Well, here's the other part of that. They're talking about how the unemployment numbers are going down state by state. Well, the reason they're going down is because people are running out of their unemployment and not drawing on the system anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing, too. They're running out of their benefits, so it's less unemployment.
Hey, you guys have a great day.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care, man.
So goddamn ridiculous. Fix the fucking waste, all the waste. And you see with these fucking, like the MTA, where are the suits getting thrown out the door? Where are those people? How about you make some fucking sacrifices over there? Because the second they try to fire someone, the union steps in and gives you 20 reasons why you can't fire this fucking person that is wasting money. So they go, well, okay, let's raise taxes.
There you go.
Well, let's put a 50-cent surcharge on taxi rides.
Let's go to Keith in Westchester. Keith.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, listen, I actually work in a village in Westchester County, and we don't even have a rail system that goes through our village, but they are taxing our residents to use.
See, they can't.
Isn't that amazing?
They can't even use that excuse like, well, you got a train station right here in your town, so you got to kind of help us pay for it. They can't even use that excuse.
They want, and they're only making selective towns that are within the area of that the rail service to pay this tax.
Gee, I wonder which towns.
You know, to simplify it, the politicians like Anthony brought up, we bring this up all the time, they don't want to fix the real problems because it would piss off too many fucking people and then they wouldn't get reelected.
Waste.
You got to make some real tough decisions out there instead of continue to put Band-Aids on the problems.
In some of the worst economic times we've had recently, the worst thing they could do is tax the shit out of the people that are employing people. Because like that other guy said, you just fire them.
Right.
You fire the people to compensate for your tax loss.
Right.
And then what do those people do?
Bill in Philly. Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Shouldn't the government tell Amtrak to figure out your fucking problem? If you want more money from us, or is that too simple?
Yeah.
Is that too simple? Is that simplifying?
Too simple.
Is that simplifying it too much?
Too simple to go, what does this guy do?
Right. If you
Get
want
rid of
our
him.
money, you guys got to fucking figure out
Yeah.
your issues here,
Yeah.
and then come back to us with some kind of real solution.
Yeah.
Instead of raising your rates and taxing the fucking people that are using your service.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. Let's go, Bill. Sorry.
Okay. So I took a trip down, it was about 5 years ago on Amtrak down to Richmond.
They didn't take credit card information, but they told me that the train was sold out, that I had the last seat on the train. When I rode down there, it was practically empty. I wanted to take a later train back from Richmond to Philly, and so I said, can I change my reservation? They said they could not cancel. They couldn't give me a later reservation because all the trains sold. They were sold out back to Philly. I said, well, obviously none of the passengers made it down from Philly to Richmond. Can't you just give me one of the seats? And they said, we don't know who didn't make it down. And I said, nobody made it down except for me. Can't you just give me a later one? That's why they run so inefficiently. Yeah. They didn't take that. They're not like the airlines where you get penalized. You don't give a credit card information. You can just call up and make a reservation, and they don't take any information down. So the trains show reserved and full, but they aren't. So.
All right, sir. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. So distracted by Jodie Sweetin.
Who's Jodie Sweetin?
Well, she was in Full House, remember?
How old is she now?
I don't know, but she was a meth head.
Hey, we're supposed to get her. We said yes to her, didn't we?
She actually looks good for a former meth head.
Is she coming in? Agassi said he was doing the crystal meth. You read that one yet?
Yeah, huh? And not as hot as her doing it, though.
No, I understand that. Yeah, she looks real good. How old is she now? Also, speaking of Agassi, you know that fucking lion's mane weird hair fucking thing he had?
Oh, yeah.
That was a wig. That's coming out today. Yeah. Could you get a picture of that?
He had the big giant hair, and then
remember
all of a
the
sudden
famous
he shaved his head, but he grew back completely bald.
I think they're calling, the lion mane hairstyle he had in the 90s was a wig. That's coming out, too.
How could he play with a wig?
This fucking book he wrote is going to be a good read.
How did he play tennis with a wig on?
I don't fucking know. So what, he was already bald and just doing the fucking lion mane wig? We all bought it, right?
Fuck. But he had a great head of hair.
Let's go to Ryan in Reading. Ryan?
Yo.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, I work for one of the freight railroads where we actually have to turn a profit or else we go out of business. But we get trade magazines shipped into our office quite a while.
Swank.
And one of them's Progressive Railroader, and they do articles on
Read it in the bathroom.
all the different types of railroads. Amtrak, about 2 or 3 years ago, hired a gentleman who totally turned the company around. He canned all these people that were, skimming off the bottom and stuff like that, and had that company on track to start turning a profit within less than 2 years.
Right.
They fired him in 8 months.
Jesus.
There's too much fucking red tape to fire people these days. You can't have a business or run a government and just say, all right, I've looked into the books. This guy does nothing. Or this guy has a redundant job. We got to get rid of him. Or transfer him into an area that is a growing part of the company. Something. What they do is they have 15 administrators that all keep their jobs as we're getting taxed to death.
Yeah, there you go.
It's ridiculous.
It's on the news. The cabbies are out of their minds today. That's a biggie because they were just at their wits' ends, these guys. And now they got another surcharge to deal with today. Unbelievable.
That's why I could give a shit. Abortion, fucking gay marriage, get all that shit. I'm throwing it out the fucking window and voting down the conservative line.
Tomorrow?
Conservative, like a fucking, I want a fascist line. I want a Nazi line. I could just pull the lever next to the swastika. That's how far fucking over I want to go.
For guys like you, they should have just one lever. One big fucking lever.
That says, fuck everyone but me lever.
Right. Hey, the Agassi thing. How good was he that he knew that fucking wig wasn't going to fall off while he was playing?
That's what I'm saying. How do you play tennis
The more I
with a
think
wig?
about it, he's got this lion.
He always had the headband on, right?
The lion mane wig. He was confident enough that thing wasn't going to fall off as he's playing tennis.
How embarrassing.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, he
Drew's
wore that
calling back.
headband.
Drew in Alabama. Drew.
Oh, my God.
Am I bothering y'all?
A little bit.
Oh, fucking Kane!
No.
Hey, Drew, I want to ask you a question. You're 22 years old, right? And you're rah-rah American, and that's cool to hear. Why aren't you fucking over there fighting if you give a shit about the wars?
Oh, we're going back to wars? No, I was fixing to fucking bump fists with Ant-Man. I was going to tell him, man, fucking the taxation shit is fucking garbage.
But you didn't answer my question because I'm still thinking about what you said earlier in the show. If you're such a rah fuck John and Kate, I want to know what's going on with our soldiers and stuff. Why didn't you join the effort?
Fuck the government, man. No, man.
See, my answer would be I'm too scared to fucking die.
Yeah, I don't want to die.
Yeah, but you're all about it, though.
Sure, everyone over there.
No, dude.
Oh, I know. I'm a fucking wimp. I'll tell you right
My
now.
life, man. But y'all were talking about taxes, man.
All right, what do you got on taxes, Drew? Jesus.
Oh, what am I bugging you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I think I'm talking for a lot of people, actually, Drew.
The taxes and stuff,
implants?
That goes back to the John K.
Those have to
shit.
be
They're doing all
implants.
that.
Damn it, does she look good?
Yeah, real
Fucking
good.
people's
How old is
Social
She was a
Security.
skinny kid during the show,
Yeah, I
remember?
agree. Well, you know, the crystal meth would do that.
And now, look at those
Unless she was
tits.
doing that after the show.
Dude, that's not even. That's not the flat-chested push-up bra thing she's doing either.
That's some
That
nice
looks. She
boobies,
looks
man.
good,
That's
man.
Some nice implants.
And
That's
she was a
nice
meth
doctor
head.
right there.
How do you come out of a
I'm
meth
not in
head
Nebraska,
with like
sir.
teeth and stuff?
Yeah, fucking meth.
And but
meth-
she
Nah,
and
I
she
got
had a
nice
and
teeth.
she had a
My
kid.
teeth are
She should be the
lovely, sir.
poster child for fucking crystal
For
meth,
crystal
don't you think?
meth. And she had a kid.
Hey,
and
kids,
shit.
crystal meth is good for you. Look at
So,
these fucking pictures. Didn't
look at
affect
this
her at
one.
all.
God
damn.
damn.
That's a
Jody
nice
Slayton
fucking
fucking
set of fake tits right
is
there.
hot.
Yeah.
She's
my point I was trying to make, sir.
Let me make your point
was-
for you, sir.
Great point, Opie.
Thank you. Let's go to Mike in Michigan. Mike.
How's it going, boys?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, my dad worked for Amtrak for 36 years, and they just forced him to retire.
You stop pointing that conductor's hat at my dad! You stop pointing that conductor's punch at my daddy!
Yeah, I know some of the weird shit that goes on, and, you know, some of the shit that...
Yeah?
the
Why don't you
engineers do.
tell us what really happened?
Well, the food that they serve...
That man's rode that last car for 3 years for us, and all of a sudden, he's gonna just do something I can't improv? It sounds more like Ted than Chris Penn. I'm Ted Penn. My brother's name is Chris, and my sloppy brother's Pig. Oh,
It's nice guy Teddy.
Nice guy Teddy.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
The food in the cafe car that they serve usually sits in those fridges for, like, 3 or 4 months, because they can never sell it, and when people do eat it, they get sick as fuck.
What are you talking about? What are we talking
What happened?
Where are
He
we,
makes a
Mike?
good point, actually.
What
Where are we,
happened?
Mike?
He makes a good point.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go to Rob. Rob.
Say it again, sir, but this time while you're running through a window.
Yeah. Rob.
Yeah.
Rob.
Hello,
Rob.
Anthony. Have you guys ever taken the Acela train?
We've taken it many times when we used to have to go down to XM's
Of course.
main facility.
Many times.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, boys, with all the money that our government, our stupid fucking Democratic bunch of assholes out there, what are they doing with all of this fucking money that they are putting into the rail systems, and they are not putting Acelas all over the country?
I don't know. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, good.
That's a very good question. Because they're bringing in enough fucking money to make Acela trains all over the damn place. First of all, yes. And second of all, they should be able to figure it out where it turns a fucking profit or comes close to turning a profit.
Well, I'll tell you, the cost for the Acela train down in Washington was so expensive, my wife and I decided to screw in the bathroom to make it worth our while.
There you go.
All right, well.
You get a nice shaky part of the track, and you don't even have to move. It's an
Yeah, going
effortless
through Philly.
fucking.
Yeah, definitely. Going through Philly is where it gets a little shaky.
Plant scars. Under the armpit?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You found the
That's not-
scars?
That's not bad, though. That's good. It's
That's a good
doesn't-
doctor,
Doesn't
though.
fuck the nipples
Very
up.
good doctor.
God damn.
Thank you, sir.
She's
All right.
got to show those. How old is she, Dan?
27.
27? We were supposed to have her. Are we going to get her?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, she's in tomorrow.
Oh, man. We go.
Tomorrow morning. Jodie Sweetin.
Jodie Sweet.
From Full House.
Oh, okay.
She was on the meth for a while. Got her act together.
She was doing crystal meth. Mm-hmm. That doesn't look like a meth head. I see them on Cops all the time. Wow.
Well, are we done with the tax thing for today? It's just enraging.
Yeah, it's a daily
for everybody.
infuriation for
hold on
me.
a minute.
But
This guy wants in. Blake in Wisconsin. Blake.
Good, all right. Hey, Anthony, you said you wanted a Nazi switch. I wanted to ask you what the hell you think the National Socialist Party is going to do to help this situation. Take some of your money and this huge salary and get behind some libertarian candidates and get somebody in office that'll help you.
You know what? It would be great if they actually fucking won. It's usually taking a vote away from a Republican or something, even though the Republican Party stinks these days. I don't know what the fuck to do. That's why I'm throwing the handle for some conservative nut jobs. I'm throwing a monkey wrench in the works.
Are you?
What the fuck? Why not? Why not?
All right, well, we'll take a break and get into some
Protect
other
my
shit.
fucking tax money and my guns. That's all I give a shit about these days.
We have a very good piece of audio coming up right after the break.
Ooh.
It's a Dewey story, which is terrific. It has a nice twist. A very nice twist. It's exhausting what they do to us.
Oh, I know. I get so riled.
It's exhausting.
Hate it. Fucking bill after bill comes in the mailbox, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Tax? Oh, here's another tax.
The bridge and tunnels are making a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, I
cold
throw-
hard cash. It's a cash business. Where is this money going?
Every day I'm tossing money into their till using
Where
their
the fuck
fucking
is it
tunnels
going?
and their roads and paying the New York State tax that's supposed to take care of fucking things like roads and all the tolls I pay and bullshit. And then what? They slap me with another one to pay for their fucking choo-choo train.
Are the roads
blow me?
Are the roads that much better? The bridges that much better?
No, they stink.
Since we've been driving?
No, that's
Go
the
back
same
20 years
crap.
ago. It's pretty much the same fucking
Horrible.
roadway. Patch up a few holes and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's what they
so
do.
where the fuck is all the money going?
You sit there
For real,
on
where
a
is it
daily
going?
basis when they close a lane on the expressway, so you got to wait fucking a half hour to get past fucking one lane closure. Well, I don't know what they're doing because the next day they're gone and nothing had been done.
Where
like
does the
sour
money
grapes
go?
to me.
Yes, it is, James. It is.
Can you explain where the money goes, Ant?
I wish I knew.
Is it for the management?
To line the pockets of the government's machine.
But where's
Where's it go? You know, it goes to congressional fucking bullshit. It goes to this union organizer. It goes to fucking executives and administrators of schools that don't even have as many students as they used to because of foreclosures and people moving out, but they won't fire the administrators. It just trickles down until it's gone.
That's crazy.
You throw it in at Big Till, and then it just goes away as everyone takes their fucking piece, as they all grab in.
It's happening in every city, but we know New York, and
Yeah.
you start really thinking about how much cash they're collecting every day, and you're like, how are you telling me this city is going broke?
Dude, there ain't
it doesn't
one-
make sense to me.
There's not one motherfucker out there listening that hasn't been affected by the fucking tax, the raising of taxes out there by this administration. Sorry. You've all been affected. And if you don't think so, wait a couple of months until you get the bills. I get them like every 3 months. Wait till, April rolls around. You go to your accountant and then say, where's my refund? And he laughs in your fucking face. Refund? You owe money, motherfucker. And you'll go, well, but wait, I got a refund last year. Yup, that was last year.
Who else do you want a motherfucker? I got one.
Huh?
David Spade.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who else do you want a motherfucker today?
Why David Spade?
We brought that up.
Well, he made a commercial with fucking Farley, and now everyone's kind of outraged, and now he's trying to explain himself. It's like
Don't explain it.
You made
An
fucking money off your
an homage.
It wasn't.
Did he say
He was making
an
a nice
homage?
fucking payday.
Correct.
Which is
Cable?
fine. What are they? Were they made to compromise the integrity of Tommy Boy or fucking Wayne's World?
You
Who
make-
gives a shit?
You make a good point.
Oh,
Jim.
yeah, those were real work. Sorry, Citizen Kane. Didn't mean to step on when the fat guy tore the jacket. Shut the fuck up, people.
It's not the-
Farley was a funny guy. He's dead. Make the money you can make. He'd be happy his friend was making some
Oh, he
cash.
would be.
Off his dead body.
Yeah,
that
what
was
the
It's not the
fuck?
integrity of the actual movies. It's the David Spade defends DirecTV ad with Chris Farley.
There's nothing wrong with doing those ads. I think they're a little stupid, but there's nothing wrong with them as far as he's making money off it. Who cares?
I want to know if they digitally changed. Is it Kim Basinger? Was that
Dude,
the
what
one?
do you mean you want to know? You beat me to the punch.
Yeah.
They're using that fucking the curious case of Benjamin
Button fucking
whatever the fucking they did there because
and they
Kim,
used it in X-Men too.
you didn't look up Kim Basinger's age when you saw that commercial? Going, wow. You see the commercial, it's with what's his name fucking from Wayne's World there, Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
And you're looking at Kim Basinger, go, wow, she hasn't aged at all. So then you go to IMDb, she's 58 years old.
That ain't no
That's not a
58-year-old
58-year-old
face.
woman. I'm sorry.
No.
They fucking did some kind of new technology on
It's
her
some
face for the
CGI
commercial.
magic.
There's no way that's her real face. Even with a little makeup to cover it up. There's no fucking way.
No, you could
whatsoever.
tell makeup and stuff like that, but They might have done some digital fucking...
Might have? There's not a doubt in my soul that
Yeah,
they
I think
did.
they did. A little rubber banding under the neck, maybe, and some digital work.
Yeah, you can only rubber band so much, man. The skin color was like
perfect.
Yeah, nice.
It was smooth. There wasn't a hint of a wrinkle. There was no turkey neck. There was nothing.
And it didn't look big makeup thing to cover up any discoloration of age
What do you
or
mean
anything.
you think? They got some fucking some voodoo technology they're using in Hollywood now, which means our Hollywood stars are going to be around forever now.
Well, it's very difficult. It's a long, arduous procedure to take out somebody's face when they're moving around like that. But I guess they did it to her, huh?
They certainly did.
Jimmy had a great idea, though, of what might have happened. That they actually filmed the DirecTV commercial while they filmed Wayne's World.
Yeah, it's possible.
Knowing that there was going to be something called DirecTV in a few years.
That's a possible thing. I don't like anybody's getting on. I don't like his explanation. It wasn't an homage. Stop pussying out, David. You did the gig. So what? Make the money.
You took the money off your fat dead friend.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I just don't like David Spade.
It made me feel a little creepy when I first saw it.
I don't like David Spade. So, I'm Team Farley on this one.
I don't think Farley would mind, though.
Team Farley's family on this one.
I don't think they'd mind either. They're probably making money off it.
They probably made a few
Yeah,
bucks off it.
I'm sure the Farley camp made a few dollars.
People are like, so, he's wrong. Why? Because the guy died. He can't make money.
Well, I don't know where the outrage is coming from.
I don't
actually.
either.
We should find out.
People should just shut their fucking faces.
We should find out.
Who gives a turkey? Excuse my French.
Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. Here's the commercial.
This is Kim Basinger.
YouTube, so it's a little blurry, and that affects it too. But look at her.
She looks fucking amazing.
I've got DirecTV.
That's not a face of a 58-year-old woman.
She's not moving her face around a lot, which makes it easier to digitally enhance.
Right. Oh, you see her like right there? She probably should have turned to the side, but she stopped.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good call by Anthony right there. She barely moved.
Yeah, she doesn't move her
Moved
face
just
a lot.
enough so you know it's like, it's
Makes
her
it
doing
easier.
her thing.
Yeah. Moving targets are very hard with CGI.
Has anyone looked into this commercial? Is there a blog on this?
We just did it. Watch. They're going to start bringing this up on the news, and we'll say we talked about it. You heard it here first on the Opie and Air Show.
I want to know what the technology they're using on these
The same
commercials.
thing they did in X-Men when they made Picard younger. And the same technology they used on that other thing.
Curious
Buttons.
Case of Benjamin
Yeah, they fucking...
Brad Pitt.
Buttons. And if you notice on that one, too, those shots are him really not moving very much. It's hard to get a moving face and digitally take out wrinkles and discoloration and just the basic age of skin.
Yeah. All right.
Crow's feet.
That's
horrifying.
Let me say hi to Tony in Pennsylvania. Tony.
Hey, those commercials are digitally enhanced, all of them, especially the ones where you think Spade looks that young anymore either. You've got
all of them digitally enhanced? I never even thought of that. You know something?
Yeah,
You're probably right.
I didn't even notice what Spade looked like in his.
Yeah, probably.
The Kim Basinger one is very obvious.
They're
Very
all
obvious.
digitally enhanced. In fact, you guys see the one with Sigourney Weaver? She doesn't look that young anymore.
She's got one?
Yeah.
Oh, the
When did that
alien
hit?
where she's in the fucking...
I don't remember seeing this one.
This one's Back to the Future.
Back to
of
the
course.
Future one.
Great Scott! I forgot to tell Marty when he gets back to the future, he needs to get DirecTV HD. They already have all the best channels, and soon they'll have 3 times more HD
They're having
capacity.
a little rougher time with him, huh?
They had a problem with him.
I mean, you can still see they're using that technology, but
for a future,
he looks older.
They actually brought Spielberg in and went to Industrial Lights and Magic to try to fix him in that one.
That was the first one that didn't work as well.
Oh, here's the alien one, yeah.
Sigourney Weaver, yeah.
Get away from her, you. This thing just.
She looks kind of old there, eh?
Yeah. Enjoy the DirecTV.
Nah, she looks
not
old.
that bad, though. I mean, it's not as bad as when you realize that film is real fucking old.
Right.
This is going to feel almost as good.
Oh, they didn't do as good of a job with her. Kim Basinger is the best one.
To be fair, though,
But you can tell that they're all being made to look younger.
Sigourney Weaver, her face hasn't changed in probably 20 years.
Yeah,
But
she looks older,
she
but...
looks- I mean, she's not like she's hot or anything, but...
Yeah, and she's not supposed to be hot like Kim Basinger.
Do you ever think she was hot? For real?
Sigourney?
For real. Come on, let's get into this.
No, you know something?
She was supposed to in Ghostbusters.
When I was a kid,
get the
maybe
fuck out of here.
Ghostbusters.
She was never hot.
In the first Alien, there was something about it, but I think it was also the character itself was really cool, and you know, at that age,
But Hollywood
you
was
saw
trying to make her
hiney at
like
the
she was
end.
a sex pod.
When
or
she got in
something.
the escape craft, you saw her hiney, and it was all flat.
How about Newt?
Little Newt. No one calls me Rebecca.
You think that's
God.
hot for real,
She's got
Aunt?
horrible tits.
Come on.
She had a good body, though. I mean, she was
Corny?
attractive.
Yeah, because she's younger and all, but she
Yeah.
was not a fucking hot
No, she
broad.
wasn't like a hottie or anything. But okay, look at her big bloomers, her big '70s bloomers from Alien.
She had a nice set of
There it is.
boobies, but I don't know.
And she had a big hairy bush, I think.
Well, it was
I think I might have seen that. Look, look what's in those pants. It's like Jiffy. It's the old
Jesus.
Jiffy Pop, dude. You know that hair down there was probably exactly like the hair in her head.
Holy
big, black, and
shit.
curly.
Covering the lips.
Yeah, just completely
Awful.
what a mess. Open it up, the alien mouth comes out and snaps at you.
Yeah.
Do you think it smelled like mothballs?
Oh,
when you pull
yeah.
those panties down?
A little ripe.
little
underarm.
A little musty. Musky?
Delicious.
Musky? What's the
Musty.
Musty or musky, they're both.
word? They are, right?
work.
All right. Ah, one for me today. Nice.
I hate this.
Let's go to Rob. Rob.
Yeah, I saw that same commercial, and I swear it's not new. They take an old footage, then they dissect it digitally, and then they reconstruct it frame by frame to get her mouth to say what they say.
Nah, now you're
and they
talking
act right
crazy.
on top of it.
Now
it's
you're
not
talking
believable.
crazy. Now you're talking
don't think
crazy.
so?
No,
Well, I don't know.
do it.
Let's slow down.
no, that type of technology isn't as good as you are explaining.
Well, someone
They
explain.
can't do
Someone
that.
has to. It has to be explained
All
somewhere
right,
on the
I
internet.
tried.
No,
I like
your thought, Rob, but I don't know.
Wipe some cocoa on your face and get the dirt off.
Yeah, hey, no, you got a dirty face. Let's let me throw you in the tub. Or give you a good washing.
Uncle Paul would walk up. She'd do that high pitched scream.
Yeah. Hey, keep it down, Newt.
The monsters will get you if you tell us secrets.
You're careful. The aliens are going to give you a bite in the fanny.
Fanny.
Let's go to Tim in Australia. Tim.
I just thought it would take.
Yes, it's him. Listen. Sorry, go ahead.
I was talking about the Chris Farley, and I thought it would taste to use a dead man like that. I know some
Yeah.
people might not agree with me, but I didn't like it.
I know. Did you see it
Well-
and go, I know?
Well, the thing on the Farley, I think the Farley family had to agree to.
They did.
Yeah,
they had to
Farley's
sign off
likeness
on it.
being in a commercial like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They're
So
raping his dead body.
I think they signed off on it. To be honest with you, I think
Dude,
the
they're just
family.
using a guy in a commercial. You act like it was fucking Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Come on, who cares?
Gettysburg. That's the one about the gas station.
Yes, it was different than Gettysburg. Yes.
It was the Jew that bought a gas station.
Gettysburg.
Let's go to Rape Kid.
I have no problem with this commercial.
Rape Kid.
No. Like they dug
Hey
him
guys,
up.
yeah, the previous caller was pretty accurate actually. Basically, what they do, and is they take the scene as it appears in the movie, and they digitally have the actor stand in the same spot, and they just take the mouth and they basically merge it onto the mouth of the actor from the scene in the movie.
Kind of like Conan
It's
bit.
not as difficult as you might think because of the fact that
It's always, dude. It's always noticeable, though. That is not even an inkling that mouth is different than the face itself. You ever see that baby for the God? I think it's an online trading service or something. And he's bitching out the fucking guy that he just played golf with.
Yeah.
And they put the baby mouth talking on the baby. It's obvious that that's not his mouth. There's something CGI looking about it. You can't tell me that is not her fucking mouth moving.
And the Kim Basinger thing. I mean, you
with
could
the
study.
technology they have, Anthony, they have the ability with motion capture, and also if you even go back to the movie Babe from way back when, they started doing this more convincingly with better money used.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah. Well,
they-
look at
and now
look
it's
at
like,
look at Forrest Gump.
2009.
Forrest Gump. It was obvious.
Well, that's a while ago.
Well,
That was 94.
This motherfucker's bringing up Babe.
Yeah, that's true too.
And if you suspend disbelief and watch the original movie, you'll see it's not as perfect as it actually
Rape
is.
Kid, you look at that Kim Basinger.
right.
It's tough to see any fucking.
Now, Rape Kid, because I don't agree with you, I'm bouncing you.
Attaboy,
There you
man.
go.
Why'd you do that?
Rick
Why'd
just
you
got
do that?
bounced.
Why'd
Every
you do
time he
that?
calls
Why'd
with
you do that?
something I don't
Why'd you
agree
do
with,
that? Why'd you
bounce
do
a
that?
Rooney.
That's what you got to do, kiddo.
There's no flaws in the Kim Basinger thing. You can't. It
Yeah.
looks too good. So I'm trying to
Exactly.
figure out what the fuck is it. No one really has the answer yet. Whatever. Why don't we take a break?
Fuck.
We got some great DUI audio. A nice little twist.
Oh,
Right after
shit.
the
I
break.
didn't go driving after Halloween, did I?
Oh.
It's your cue.
That was you.
Hit the button.
You. Yeah. You.
And to break.
And go. Rage Against the Machine. Jimmy, what do you got going on over there?
I have to plug.
I see you fiddling about with your iPhone, too.
I'm fiddling with my
Something's
phone.
bothering you with the iPhone.
And
I told you that iPhone sucks and is going to let you down in the end.
No, I like it
told
actually.
you. See, I told you. I was right.
This Friday, Saturday. This Thursday, I'm doing Panel on Leno, but this Friday, Saturday, I'll be in Houston.
Planet Houston.
What's that?
Planet Houston.
At the Improvisation. November 25th, Stress Factory, one night only. Then 2 days after that, Thanksgiving, 27, 28, Boston. January 15, 16, the Borgata for Martin Luther King weekend. But I'm happy to be going back up to Boston, actually, after Thanksgiving. I have a lot of turkey jokes.
Oh.
Yeah. I told you every joke.
Yes.
I finish with.
It's going to be a scream.
Yeah.
That alone.
This guy's a panic.
You don't even need material. Just go up and do that.
Well, that's good to know.
Warren Haynes coming in at 9:30, and you know what? It's Monday. I hope we don't have to talk to him too much.
Yeah.
Would that be a problem?
Like an interview?
Yeah.
No.
I would
like
love
a
it.
musical guest.
I would love it if Warren Haynes came in here. I go, hey, Warren, man, why don't you just jam for us?
Just riff.
And then he jams a couple songs, and we plug his stuff, and that's that.
And we go home.
Although he is the face of the Allman Brothers now. I got to ask him about that.
What, now, how is that? When
I went to the Beacon
he's not
Theater
an Allman
shows.
Brother.
You know the Allman Brothers, they camp out at the Beacon Theater it would be spring. It was already 6 months ago, probably. Fuck.
Man.
And Warren Haynes is front and center and the main focus of the Allman Brothers.
How does that happen now?
Greg Allman was never the most vocal guy when he was in his prime, but he's off to the side of the stage.
Who's singing those memorable Allman Brothers songs now?
Well, Warren
Who's
Haynes
doing
sings
the
a lot
singing?
of it. But I mean,
Really?
Greg Allman's still singing his songs. But you know, Dickie Betts did a lot of singing, right? So he's fucking.
yeah.
So fucking Warren Haynes is doing the Dickie Betts, but he's also harmonizing with Greg Allman pretty well.
Yeah, okay. So Greg is still doing.
I'm not saying Greg
the
Allman.
singing.
Greg Allman's still getting the job done. I don't want to confuse anybody. But then Greg Allman will take a break and have a guest keyboard guy come in, like he had that fucking Mandolin Rain guy. What the fuck is his name? Or The Way It Is. Help me out, Ant.
Oh, trying to remember. Sorry. I'm at a loss.
Holy, Bruce Hornsby.
Oh, Hornsby and the Range.
So the day I went, it was Bruce Hornsby, and all of a sudden he's taking over for Greg Allman. So now it's like it's really barely the Allman Brothers
Yeah.
up there, but still getting the job done.
Jesus.
It's almost Warren Haynes' band at this point. Almost.
Let me see. Warren, let's see, played lead guitar for the Dead in late 2008.
Yeah.
When they performed at a benefit at Penn State for the then presidential candidate Barack Obama. All right, this will go well.
Nah, Warren Haynes, he's a cool dude. You're gonna love Warren Haynes. He's a fucking.
Hope so.
He's awesome.
All right.
He's pretty much running the Dead too.
Is he?
He's the face of the Dead
Zombies?
and the face of the Allman Brothers.
Oh.
And he also does that government mule thing.
Wow, busy man.
But we got some equipment set up here, so I think he's going to just jam, and we'll ask a few questions. I didn't forget about government mule, Goober. No worries. Hey, did we play the Rosanna Scotto shit thing on Friday?
I don't think so.
Wow, that was
potty mouth.
Wow, that was a great seg, and it just didn't
Yeah,
want
it's
to
the
play.
equipment. What are you gonna do?
What the hell was that? I guess we didn't play.
What are you gonna do?
Let me try this again. Yeah, that ain't happening today.
Oh, whose fault? Head's got to roll.
Well, let me see.
I want to see a rolling head.
Let me see if it's the disc. Remember Jocktober, a tribute to the Hole?
What?
If this does play, we're just going to let it play out.
Jocktober? What was that?
Celebrate the end of Jocktober. The Opie and Anthony Show proudly presents a tribute to the Hole, the most unnecessary member of any radio morning show.
That is tasteless.
That's not fun.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's like, he's so hippy-dippy California, ukulele, dreadlocks.
Not me.
There's this dude named Paul Anka.
My dog was the most stable man in my life for 12 years.
It's like somebody gives me truth serum in the morning and I can't hold back.
Random. Oh, that is so tacky.
Oh, so tacky.
I'm going to miss Jocktober. We're going to bring it back as a regular feature, though. Not like once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, just so it's still there.
Yeah.
But that proves the CD player is working. That means somebody fucked up by burning this CD here.
So now we need a rolling head.
It might have to be Sam today. I don't know. Is it Sam's writing?
Sam's feeling all he's feeling all big about himself that he won the Afro contest finally.
Yeah.
After 5 years, has it been? I have no idea. After how many years? Danny actually cut his hair.
Yeah, about 2 years now.
2 years.
The
Danny
contest
actually
ended
cut
2
his
years
hair.
ago, I think.
Yeah, it ended.
It never really started.
These two wouldn't. Yeah, it never started and never really ended.
No.
But Danny finally cut his hair, and that's it.
Well, I guess
the
Sam's
last
not
one
coming.
with freakishly curly, frizzy hair is our own Sam. There he is. Look at him. Now he's running. Watch his run. Look at his feet.
Waddle.
He must leave tracks in the sand like a duck.
He doesn't need snowshoes. You notice that?
No.
His feet are big enough. Went up the snowshoes. He can walk in snow.
It's haircut time.
Is this you? You're writing?
Pass the buck now. Pass the buck.
No, I always have a playlist.
It's
and then
E-Rock?
notice what he did also. He goes, I always have, and then added in something that's so convenient to have.
E-Rock, is that you?
Is that E-Rock?
No, always.
That's you?
E-Rock.
E-Rock, what happened?
What are you doing,
I
E-Rock?
won twice today.
You're sabotaging
Why'd
the
you do
show.
that?
Why would you do
He
that
hit
to
the
us?
button, nothing played.
Why'd you do that?
We've been so good to you over the years. Why would you do that to us?
That was
Why
not
would you
intentional.
actually sabotage the show?
That was not intentional.
Then why were you laughing?
Yeah.
I wasn't laughing.
E-Rock, I loved your Steve bashing in the email, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Although, can I defend Steve? I have to. He sent myself and Ant an email, which I didn't see, at like 9:30 that morning to ask us, and he probably hadn't heard back from any of us, and that was why he didn't.
Okay.
I'm only because I just realized later I was enjoying the trashing too, but I didn't see the email.
E-Rock had a good trashing, though. It was fun to read.
He should have answered the phone sooner.
Yeah, and I got a text. Well, Sam was in the room about 3 minutes ago saying, "Hey, did you call?" And that was yesterday afternoon.
Oh,
so
he's getting back to you this morning, even
Yeah.
though you called him yesterday afternoon. That could be a problem if you're the executive producer
How come
of
he's
a
not
big
here
radio
today?
show.
He's,
It's Monday. As much as we joked about Steve, not doing the Mondays off thing anymore, he does take a lot of Mondays off.
He just got stuff to do, I guess.
He just doesn't get to take every Monday off.
Did you get any tweets during the game that during one of the pitchers conferences, catcher pitcher conference on the mound? They started playing the Virus's music.
Oh, great.
And all I was getting was Twitters. It's like, holy shit, they're playing the Virus's music.
I'm sure I didn't
This
look
is it,
yesterday.
yeah. And there they were out at the mound, talking to each other, getting the signal straight. And I just Twitter after Twitter, holy shit, they're playing the Virus's music at the World Series.
Did you see you made the Wikipedia?
No.
On this music? Oh, my God.
Wow.
Someone tweeted this to me over the weekend or a couple days ago, whatever. And E-Rock is the last entry on the Wikipedia page. Go all the way down. What does it say? Danny, read it word for word.
There it is.
Read it for word.
It says, the song is currently used as the theme for the character of the Virus on the Opie and Anthony show. The Virus is a completely overweight dolt who seems more interested in seeking out hoagies than just coming up with one single punchline. Baby Elephant Walk serves as the music bed for this buffoon's pathetic antics. He is self-admittedly, quote, not very good at this.
Look at that.
I'm famous.
You're famous.
Yeah.
Well, the
you go,
Virus
E.
is famous.
So we got Warren Haynes coming in?
Yeah, at 9:30.
All right. Could he just play?
Sure, if that's what
we
you
don't-
want.
We don't want to talk.
I mean, we'll
to
say
people.
hi and stuff. Why is it
Maybe.
that radio shows have to talk to these guys, but Letterman and the rest of them just go, hey, Warren Haynes. And next thing you know, they're just jamming.
Here they are.
And then at the end, you go, wow, that was great. And here's the new album. You can get it Tuesday. And they show the camera.
And we'll be right back after this. And then,
why do radio guys have to talk to these guys?
I have no idea.
We're going to do a little
talking. Not very good at this either, are you? Little talking. Little talking, lot of playing.
Does anyone have a grapefruit I could talk to? I'd rather do that.
Oh, that's so mean.
Well, why don't you talk back?
What am I going to say? I don't know why they do it differently on a TV talk show.
Talking, yelling, okay? Talking, yelling.
How about you have a thought on that?
Yeah, wrinkly.
Oh, shit. Matter.
Wrinkly.
Sure.
This is fine.
Oh.
All right.
I have nothing on that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Come on, fucking pimple elbows. Say something.
Oh,
what would be the reasoning behind that?
I hate them.
That radio guys have to talk to bands, and TV guys don't really talk to bands. They do what they do best, which is play.
Probably because it's TV, they can command what they do with the guests. Where on radio they don't really let you.
Why? Because it's not our show.
No, I think our new thing is to have bands just play. We do a little chit chat, but we're not going to.
Just because E-Rock doesn't know the answer to this, maybe the virus knows the answer.
God damn it, you're right.
The answer to this question: why is it on TV? A band could come in, or a musician, singer, whatever, could come in. They just play and don't have to sit and talk to David Letterman or anybody like that, or Jay Leno. And with radio, they have to sit and do an interview.
You want to walk through the door so you can be in character? I think you should walk through the door.
Yeah.
I don't even hear the virus. Who? What?
No, he's not here yet because E-Rock's still here.
Oh.
No, he's got to walk in as the virus. Everyone knows that.
He should waddle in.
This is so pathetic.
All right. What's the question again, Ant? And then we'll introduce the
how come on TV bands could just come in, or musicians, and just play without an interview, but in radio people are compelled to sit down and start yapping about stuff instead of just coming in and playing?
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, with the answer to that question, here he is, the virus.
Oh, God.
Hi, virus.
The virus. Wow.
Hi, guys.
Did you hear the question?
Yeah, I heard it.
Do you have an answer to that question,
Not
virus?
at all.
Gotta have something.
You gotta have something on that.
TV.
It's a little strange that radio guys have to do very long, involved interviews with bands, and TV guys, they just let them perform.
Yeah.
And then they walk over and go, hey, that was great. Don't forget their new CD is blah, blah, and you can get it blah, 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 blah.
Sounds to me like a lot of material for something a little funny. Maybe just one punchline, anything like that.
Yeah, come on, Fire.
I don't know about punchline, but seems like TV commands more respect than radio.
You think that's the reason?
They can do what they want.
We don't do what we want.
But it's our show, so if a guest is in here, we could pretty much say, hey, welcome to the show, why don't you play us a song? And then when he's done, we'll be like, hey, thanks a lot. And then that's that. No one's telling us we have to interview people, but people assume that we have to interview them. Why is that?
It's our fault in the end.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because we should just say, hey, fucker, play your stupid song.
Leave. You got something about that? You got something on that?
No, I agree with you.
That's a great way to get out of it. We kind of gave the answer and then asked him. That's kind of stupid right there.
Damn. So we set the virus up.
We gave him a good out. We can't argue with I agree with you.
But how about an amusing point, though? He's had no amusing anecdotes.
Yeah. Something kind of funny about the fact that musicians go on talk shows, just play music. They come on here, and there's a whole interview, and they're in on the hijinks that are going on. Like, what's that all about,
what is
Virus?
That? Come on. An amusing point. Go.
Really?
Yes. Something lightly
There's
funny.
nothing amusing about any of that.
There's got to be a joke in there somewhere.
That's your job, to find the funny.
Clever comic like you should be able to.
Yeah. Come on, Virus.
Once again, you have been mistaken that I know a funny line for this.
Well said. How about just an amusing point about it? Like, doesn't have to be a punchline. Just something that might amuse us. Go.
Tidbit of interest.
Let's go. Time's a wasted. Quickly.
Come on.
Come on.
Anything.
Please, something lightly amusing.
Anything.
Go.
Here's Rosanna Scotto cursing.
I get a little sick on those carousels going round and round.
I know, and the music, too, makes me sometimes nauseous, but still a nice visual treat.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun as a kid. Meanwhile, I need to give a shout out to Katie Scully, who watches us every morning. I saw her husband last night, Bill, who said, big fan of the show, and it would be, really make her day if we gave her a shout out.
How'd you call her shit?
Yeah, and I don't think you're supposed to be a fan of a news show.
No.
Right?
That's just news. Stop it.
Back to the virus. Virus, you thought I was going to let you off the hook?
Go.
That was just a little interlude.
Amusing point. Go.
And go. How about Halloween? You got something on Halloween?
Come on, yes.
Halloween, there's a lot of material there.
What'd you dress as for Halloween, Virus? Funny idea. Go. Let's go.
Did you dress as anything?
Yeah, what'd you go dressed as? Your turn. Talk. Hey.
What would you go as, if you could?
Yeah.
Not this character.
How about a funny thought? Like
supposed to be a joke.
An amusing thing. Like, what would you go as?
Yeah. A little funny.
Yeah, what would be your ultimate Halloween costume, Virus?
Go.
And why?
Please.
Just think. Halloween, costume, you, fun. Put all those things together and come out with something.
Ooh, Warren is here?
Good.
Fucking A. Warren Haynes is here. Nice. All right, Virus.
Quick joke. Quick one. Go.
Halloween, go.
Halloween, go. Quick one.
Damn it, I was just going to go to a home invasion story in the line. The guy just fucking hung up.
Love home invasion.
Ends with dogs and guns, and don't you want to hear that? Call back.
Oh.
How about a quick joke as Warren is making his way in? Quick one about Halloween. What'd you dress as?
I didn't.
But what would you dress as? It's kind of funny.
Yeah, go. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Huffing and puffing and just.
The greatest.
All right, Virus, thank you. Let him off the hook. It's Monday. It's frustrating enough when it's on a Friday. On a Monday, it's almost unbearable. It's almost unbearable.
Virus.
We got a DUI story that we want to get in before Warren Haynes comes in the studio, okay?
Right.
Check this one out. Nice twist.
911.
Oh, yeah, I should explain. This is the actual 911 call. It's not the news story. It's the actual 911 call. It's a DUI going down with a nice twist.
911.
Somebody's really drunk driving down Granton Road.
Which way are they going?
They are going
Towards Granton or towards Neilsville?
towards Granton.
Okay, are you behind them or?
No, I am them.
You am them?
Did you hear that?
I am them.
Did you
She's
hear that?
Turning herself in.
Yes, to the 911 operator.
Wow.
No, I am them or something like that.
Them.
You am them?
Yes, I am them.
Okay, so you want to call and report that you're driving drunk?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
The virus.
Mary.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Mary, okay?
Okay.
Are you still driving right now?
Yes.
Do you want to stop driving before you get in an accident?
Yes, I will stop.
Okay, you going to stop right now?
Okay, I'm stopping.
Okay, just hang on.
On
the phone,
train
okay?
tracks.
What's your last name, Mary?
Sorry.
Are you stopped right now?
Yes, I am.
What kind of vehicle do you have, Mary?
I have a Saturn. Can I take my seatbelt off?
If you're stopped.
If I'm stopped.
If you're stopped, that's fine, yeah.
I'm in park.
Okay.
A park.
Can I take my seatbelt off?
Yeah, as long as you're not driving, as long as you're not moving.
Should I turn my car off and turn the flashers on?
Just don't take the keys out
Yep,
of the
that's
ignition.
fine. If you want to turn it off and turn the flashers on, so then we can find you.
That's an odd thing. Because there's really no proof that she was driving drunk.
Right.
Especially if she pulls over, shuts the vehicle off, takes the keys out, and just kind of lays down.
Right.
Because
I would love to know how that ended.
Yeah, because even her call is like, You could speculate that she was drunk driving, but she could have just been like, "Oh no, I called. I was stopped already. I was out of my mind."
Right. I don't know what I was thinking. I never drove. I wasn't driving when I called you.
Yeah.
I would love to know how that ended.
Well, I bet she got arrested. It's for the courts to deal with.
As much as I could find right now, I guess they did send somebody out to her location, and authorities arrested the woman after she failed a field sobriety test.
Did they pop her in the shitter?
Yes.
She got popped in the shitter?
Hard. You have to.
Well, of course.
That's how you tell if they're drunk. If they go, ow.
It straightens them right
up.
They're
kind of straight.
Sobers them right the fuck up. All right. Should we get Warren Haynes in here?
I say sure.
Is this ready to go, though? This equipment?
Who knows?
Where is he?
Well, if the equipment's not ready to go, then we got to talk more.
Oh, fuck. Turn
Today's
it on.
the day we really want to just kind of like listen to some cool music.
Here's Mars.
Mars, is this shit ready to go?
No. I'm Mars. Take your time. Mars, is this shit all ready to go?
It's ready to go.
Yeah? It's got an on switch or something?
Yes, it does.
See, management
Why don't you just pull the goddamn plug?
Yeah, you big ass sack of shit.
It's ready to go. He just plugs in and we're rocking. What fucking button does this come up on? And you know what? We got to have the show on outside the studio. I know management doesn't like that, but no one knows what's going on in studio.
Well, to a point.
I requested that it be turned off outside.
Yeah.
After we got a threat from a certain lady because she didn't like what she was hearing when she walked by.
Yeah, and tell her to walk another way.
Of course.
Put a warning sign up. You might hear some naughty language, and if you don't like that, then walk another way.
Hey, before I forget, do we have that Reverend Al wife and daughter arrest story?
It is a good story.
Somewhere. I just want to know if we have it for later, because
later.
Right now. I don't have any details on it. I want to know.
There's the story right there in front of you, my friend.
Oh, God. He's outraged, apparently.
Why is Reverend Al outraged?
I don't know. He said unfair treatment of his ex-wife and daughter, gets disorderly conduct tickets. Unfair treatment of an ex-wife. Yeah. Oh, you want me to read it?
I don't know. What's going on? Who's in charge of the show today behind the scenes?
Warren's not ready yet. He's waiting for a couple more people to come up.
Oh, he's not ready. Okay.
He's not ready yet.
We got a whole band thing happening? Are you prepared for this, Mars?
Might be a sound guy or whatever.
I think it's 2 guys, right?
Two guys?
There's just 2 more guys coming up.
Who are they?
So you're going to need a commercial break just to set up some stuff, probably.
Sure. I would think.
A little tweaking. All right, go ahead, Ed. Reverend Al, what do you got on him?
Reverend Al. Well, apparently the Reverend Al Sharpton, our favorite race-baiting gentleman, lashed out Sunday at the, quote, unfair treatment of his daughter and ex-wife by cops, of course, who arrested the duo for arguing over a traffic ticket in Harlem. By the way, I watch a lot of TV shows. Cops. I watch First 48. I watch Most Incredible, Most Outrageous, Most Dangerous. I watch all those shows. And I never see people arrested like in Harlem for arguing over a traffic ticket with the cops. So I, along with Reverend Al, am outraged at this. Could you just comply? I cannot imagine how 2 unarmed women with no record could be taken in cuffs from a traffic dispute with no personal or property damage involved. It's called disorderly conduct, and then probably resisting. We will never accept unfairness. Sharpton's oldest daughter, Dominique Sharpton, 23, and ex-wife Kathy Jordan, 53, were arrested Friday when they got into a heated verbal tussle with the cops during a traffic stop. Dominique Sharpton sped past a police car on 8th Avenue and 110th Street.
She was beeping at it, too?
Blasted through a red light before cops nabbed her. Yeah, she was beeping and swerved around the cop car.
Idiot.
Let's see. She called her mom, who rushed to the scene to find Dominique in the back of a squad car. Sharpton's attorney said. Cops charged both with disorderly conduct and obstruction of a governmental administration, issued them desk appearance tickets, and let them go. Good. Sharpton wrote there were no drugs or drinking at all, making their treatment all the more worse. Sharpton's lawyer called the arrest excessive and said the police car Dominique drove around was unmarked. Well, that's the chance you take. I fucking blew past an unmarked going to the goddamn Midtown Tunnel. Holy shit, did that guy yell at me. Like I was a kid. Fucking got through the tunnel, Like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? I said, I thought you were a taxing a limousine guy. He goes, does that make any goddamn difference? You come over that fucking hill going like that? And I'm just like, sir, I'm sorry, sir. Yes, sir. What was I going to do? I didn't know who you was. It seems they were arrested simply because they asked why the ticket was being given. I love that one. Why you give me a ticket? Why? Why? Stop.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
We all ask why.
Everyone goes, yeah, excuse me.
Every single one of us asks, why did you pull me over,
I've
sir?
never even had to ask. Usually they go, you know why I pulled you over?
Yeah.
And you go, I got a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Got a pretty good idea. I think you treat the cop with respect, and you're nice, and sometimes you get out of it. Sometimes you don't.
And that was the actual tweet? Al Sharpton is, he tweets?
Well, this is what we deal with every day. We will never accept unfairness. You know what the cops deal with every day? People like your daughter and ex-wife who just won't fucking deal with the police the way they're supposed to be dealt with. If you do something and you get a ticket, take the fucking ticket, and you got a problem with it, go to court. Go to court. Confront the officer in a court of law, and if you're right, they'll throw the ticket out. If you're not, then you pay the fucking ticket. Don't sit there on the street and make a problem. Guaranteed there was my ex-husband, Al Sharpton. This is Al Sharpton's daughter. You got what's your badge number?
You think they were acting up,
You're in
Ant?
trouble now.
You really think they were acting up?
I would
No doubt in your mind?
guarantee it.
Yeah.
I would, not a doubt in my head. Yes, Danny, that's what they were doing.
Can I read that one?
No.
Why?
Don't.
Why? I'm going to read that one.
Don't read that one.
What's it say?
They were what?
No.
Act like what?
They were freaking out, he put.
No.
Like he assumes
no.
they were freaking out.
It rhymed with freaking out.
Well, in a way.
Let's say hi to Jimmy in Jersey. Jimmy.
Hi, Hope.
Oh.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi.
Oh.
I just want to say, gang, gang, gang.
Gang, gang, gang.
fucking Kane. TJ in New York. TJ.
Yeah, this proves how big of a douchebag Al Sharpton is. Who defends their ex-wife?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a
What an
bit
idiot.
bizarre, right?
Except for Ant, though. Ant pays.
Ant doesn't pay anymore.
Dunsky.
Update. Ant doesn't pay anymore.
Who's Al Sharpton on Twitter? I want to follow him.
Why would you want to follow Al Sharpton on Twitter?
No. I was going to put nice guy.
They weren't.
All right. You could speculate. Everyone can.
The Rev Al.
The Rev Al.
It's the Rev Al.
The Rev Al.
Good morning, Twit fam.
Oh, we got to read some
check out clips from the week.
Get the fuck out of here. Is this really him?
Yeah. Let's see.
Look at him just promoting all his fucking appearances.
Or, wait, what the fuck is he talking about?
Or drinking it all. Well, this is what we do.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
here's the tweets on the whole thing. Where do you start, though?
He was told to stay out of it. Dominique is grown and certainly can handle herself. Kathy, the ex-wife, showed the concern any mother would show. I cannot imagine. Authorities, were cuffed and then released after challenging police on a traffic incident. Even though Kathy and I are not together, she remains my best friend and top supporter. And, of course, Dominique is our oldest child. I met them with the attorney after the rally yesterday. There's always a rally or some shit.
He had a rally over this?
No, must have been some other rally.
Some other rally?
He's in D.C. on his way to do the Stephanopoulos show, and he heard about that. Oh, God, I gotta follow him, too. Gotta keep tabs on what this motherfucker's up to.
The Rev Al.
The Rev Al.
On good old Twitter.
And don't fall for that other one. What, that Met fan? That's not me. I am the real Reverend Al.
Oh, that's the actual Twitter account? I am the real Rev Al.
Rev Al.
All right.
Outraged again. I'm sure they had, for the cop to do that, to cuff them.
Is the cop
there
talking?
Must have been a fucking yelling match. I'd love to see the dash cam.
Why is the cop talking at all? Why isn't he talking?
I don't know. They probably told him just shut your yap, and we'll deal with this. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Try to get dash cam footage.
Yeah, I see what you're doing there, Danny. I don't think you're going to get dash cam footage from there. We are the worst human beings. Shit, man. It's unbelievable.
Is Warren Haynes ready to go?
We could take a break.
Hey,
and
all
then,
those peeps are here.
come
We
back.
should probably break and just sound check.
And then let them get set up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get them down the hall. So as soon as we go to break, they can pop in here. That'd be very, very cool. Warren Haynes, of course, from Government Mule, pretty much running the Allman Brothers these days. His part-time job is to help out the Grateful Dead. That's pretty impressive right there, my friends.
Yeah, certainly.
That's pretty damn impressive.
Certainly is.
Warren Haynes has been that guy for so long, man. All of a sudden, he'll be a guest guitarist that comes on stage. I remember seeing the Black Crowes at the Beacon Theater, and all of a sudden they announced Warren Haynes, and the place went bullshit. They're
Really?
fucking losing their minds.
That's pretty cool.
He's got a great reputation.
Danny,
why are we watching
you are an
monkeys fuck?
asshole. I don't know.
Actual monkeys, by the way.
No, this must be some kind of footage from
like a
wild country safari thing, and it's two baboons having sex.
Yeah,
funny stuff though. Yeah, why don't we take a little breather?
There he is, right there, Warren Haynes. There's Warren Haynes right there.
Oh, got a posse.
I'm pointing at him, making him very awkward. There he is. What's up, Warren? All right, we're going to have Warren Haynes on the show next. Stay there. Opie and Anthony. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. We got Warren Haynes in the studio. What's up, Warren?
How are you?
He's way over there. I'm trying to figure out what mic is his. We got a million mics on. We're over here?
There I am.
Oh, it's the big button that says Warren. Push that one.
Jesus, it does.
Huge fucking
Not even a
Warren sign.
joke.
No. Warren Haynes, it's very early for you, huh?
A little early, but all's good.
And you were saying you're going to go to Berlin after the show today?
Yeah, I got a flight to Berlin tonight. The Government Mule starts a European tour for about 3 weeks.
I can't keep up with you, my friend.
Yeah, it's not easy. I can't keep up with me either.
Yeah, because Government Mule, of course, that's your main job for the most part.
Yeah.
That's the big one, and you guys got a new CD out called By a Thread that you're promoting.
Came out a few days ago.
And then you got side projects with bands like the Allman Brothers and the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, nice side projects to have, I guess.
And then I was telling the story when I saw the Black Crowes at the Beacon Theater. Next thing you know, Chris Robinson is like, ladies and gentlemen, fucking Warren Haynes, and the place goes nuts. You're always guest starring for other bands.
You know, the music business, especially in the circles that we run in, is a pretty small world, so we're all friends and like being on stage together and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I saw you at the Beacon Theater with the Allman Brothers. I was telling Anthony, I'm like, he's pretty much running the band now. I mean, Greg Allman's still obviously getting the job done, but you're front and center, and you're like the main focus when you're out there in the audience. Warren Haynes.
Well, you know, when I rejoined the band in 2001, because I joined in 89, left in 97, when Greg called me to come back in 2001, he's like, I really need you to come back and kind of step into that role a little bit, you know, and because he'd much rather just play and sing, you know. He and I have been friends so long, and we've been writing songs together for so long that we know each other really, really well. So he trusts me with that, and the band in general trusts me with it. So it's a role that I enjoy.
Oh, you got a lot of confidence on that stage. Everyone knows you're in charge. Greg Allman is nodding like, right on, Warren. Take the ball and run with it. Because he's off to the side doing his, you know, the organ and singing when it's his turn. But
yeah, absolutely. And you know, and he's sounding better than ever. He's singing amazing.
Where does he go when he just leaves the stage for 20 minutes at a time?
That's a good question. Usually to change shirts. Why it takes 20 minutes, I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
By the way, thanks for the CDs. Radio guys get treated like shit. Nobody gives us anything, and you came in and just handed us signed CDs. So thank you. That's a nice thing to have.
Absolutely.
And
we
for
never get
pleasure.
swag like that anymore.
And for Jimmy to get signed stuff. He loves it.
I know. It just saves me the trouble of fucking following you down the hall like a 3-year-old.
I think you would like this, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know I will.
Throw this on your iPod, man, or your iPhone, whatever the fuck.
iPod.
Why don't we
Government
stop-
By a Thread. Yes.
Why don't we stop fucking around and get to some music?
Yeah, Warren, you want to play some stuff for us?
Sure.
It's Monday, so we're more into just kind of hanging out and listening to you perform, if that's okay with you.
Sure, I'm happy to.
I had one request for Soulshine, but I mean, whatever you want to play is fine by us.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
All right, good. Warren Haynes, Soulshine.
feels like you lost your way. When the candlelights of home burn so very far away, oh, you got to let your soul shine, just like my daddy used to say. Soul shine, it's better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, it's damn sure better than rain. The people don't mind, we all feel this way sometimes. Got to let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. I grew up thinking I had it made, gonna make it on my own. But life can take the strongest man, make him feel so alone. And now sometimes I feel a cold wind blowing through my aching bones. I think back to what my daddy said. He said, boy, in this darkness before the dawn, let your soul shine. It's better than sunshine, better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. The people don't mind, we all feel this way sometimes. Can let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. Sometimes a man can feel this emptiness, like a woman robbed him of his very soul. Woman too, God knows she can feel like this. Oh, when your world seems cold, you got to let your spirit take control. Talking about sunshine, better than sunshine, better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. The people don't mind, we all feel this way sometimes. Got to let your soul shine, yeah, shine on and on and on and on to the break of day.
Right on. Fucking damn. Warren Hayes, old
Wow, how the fuck you sing at 10 o'clock? Jesus
That's what I was
Christ. Damn, that is really good.
I'm usually singing at the other 10.
Yeah, and that's starting. Yeah.
And it's also got to be said, he asked for tissues right before he came on air. He's got a heavy cold today, and he belted it out.
All right, we're getting swine flu from Warren Hayes. This is great.
Hey, if you're going to get swine flu, you might as well get it from someone that's pretty cool.
You fly private or you guys fly commercial?
We're flying commercial, and it's a 8.5 hour flight or something so I'm trying to get some sleep on the plane.
Yeah.
You've been there before, huh?
Yeah, it's actually turned into quite a cool market for us. We only started going there about 4 or 5 years ago, and we were really amazed at how big the audiences are there, so it's nice to go back.
Yeah, very cool.
This kind of a novice question. I'm not that familiar with Government Mule. What spurred the name of the band?
Well, I guess I could tell that story on this show. Most shows I wouldn't want to tell it. J-Mo, who is one of the original drummers in the Allman Brothers, gave us that name. We were at a show in Memphis, and James Brown, the Allman Brothers headlined one night, and the band was taken off, and James Brown was headlining the next night. And so Alan Woody, the original bass player with Government Mule, stayed over with J-Mo to watch James Brown. And there was a segment in the show when he was waltzing with this woman with a rather large ass. And J-Mo was like, Woody, is that James Brown's wife? And he said, yeah, I think it is. And J-Mo said, shit, Government Mule. and J-Mo's from Mississippi. Apparently in Mississippi, Government Mule means a woman's big ass.
Okay.
So we thought, now we know what our name's going to be called.
That's great. That's definitely a better story than I would thought it was going to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we, right after that, she passed away, so we couldn't tell anybody for years. Where like they'd ask you, "What's the name?"
Dead woman's ass. You don't want to throw that out there. It's
yeah,
a little iffy.
But now the statute of limitations on dead woman's ass is
yeah. Add a little time, everything's fine.
Absolutely. We got a lot of people want to say hi to Warren. Buddy in Atlanta, Buddy.
Hey, Warren, this is Buddy Fennessy with Mellow Mushroom. We're working a lot with Kurt and Kristen West on the Big House Museum that's opening up next month.
Yeah.
It's an amazing museum. It's the house that the Allman Brothers started in. And did you know that Kurt was such a huge hoarder of every scrap of paper that's ever passed through the Allman Brothers?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, Government Mule rehearsed in that house. Our very first rehearsals, we lived there, and I slept in Dwayne Allman's room, and Woody slept in Barry Oakley's room, and we rehearsed there in the very beginning. So we're kind of connected to that place in a very special way. So I'm really proud of them.
And they're obviously turning the whole thing into a museum, Warren?
It's going to be awesome, yeah. It's the original Big House where the band lived when they were just starting out.
No shit.
And they're turning it into a museum, which is going to be really incredible. A lot of great equipment, memorabilia, all sorts of things. I mean, I'm hoping to go down there for the grand opening. It's going to be quite amazing.
Now, has the house changed a lot since when the Allman Brothers were really hanging out in there?
They originally kind of restored it to its origin, but now they're going to make it a very cool museum with all this fancy gear and stuff, But it's a really cool place.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you, buddy.
All right, man.
All right, people saying they've seen you with Widespread Panic. Was that fun? I'd imagine it's all fun for you, right, Warren?
Absolutely. And Widespread Panic, we just did a lot of dates with the Allman Brothers and Panic together this year. It was a great tour. The first time those two bands have ever played together.
Right.
You started and said, now, our information is very frequently incorrect, but you did start with David Allan Coe?
That is unfortunately correct, yes.
You say unfortunately. Was he unpleasant?
Unstable, a lot of things, but very talented and gave me a break that I very well needed and introduced me to Greg Allman and Dickie Betts, which led to me joining the Allman Brothers.
Dickie's crazy, huh?
Yeah, and
we had a run-in with Dickie. We loved him, but then it came out he got in some trouble.
Well, and Dickie and I are old friends. Dickie's the one that got me in the Allman Brothers in the first place. So,
he is just happy to be alive all the time, that guy.
But, playing with Coe, I started playing with Coe when I was 19 or 20, and it was just like being launched into this crazy environment, I would have never predicted how crazy it could have been. I learned a lot, both good and bad, but it was a cool experience, and he gave me a big break.
So his touring with him is kind of like it's everything you think it's going to be, as far as there's girls and drugs and whatever it is that comes with
Yeah, I mean, not in the same way that you might envision, but absolutely, it's pretty wacky, And for a 19 or 20-year-old kid, it was an eye-opening experience, to say the least.
I remember opening up for actually going on after some band, and they were taking forever to finish up. And, when you're playing local clubs and shit, you want to get on. You want to get on in a good slot. And this band finally goes, we're just going to play one more. And we're like, oh, cool. And then they get off the stage and we can get on there and play. And they go, yeah, in memory of Elizabeth Reed, the live version. Motherfuckers, man. Forever.
It could go 20 minutes easy.
Could go easy. Forever.
Oh, yeah, you can take a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, what's going on with the Dead? Are you going to be doing more with the Dead?
No plans as of now. If they do it again, I look forward to being part of it. But as of now, there's nothing scheduled.
And did you meet Obama when you played with the Dead back in
yeah.
2008? What did you think of the man?
I enjoyed meeting him, and we raised a lot of money for his campaign.
I'm raising a lot of money for him now through my taxes. It's fantastic. Jesus.
But yeah, I got to meet him twice. we've done a lot of those kind of things. The Allman Brothers did Clinton's inaugural, and the Allman Brothers and the Dead did stuff for Obama.
I would imagine the Clinton thing was a lot more fun.
It was fun.
He knows how to throw a party, that Clinton. Come on.
Apparently.
He's a partier.
He apparently likes.
Want to get another song?
Sure.
What are you feeling today, Warren?
Let's see.
I want to remind people, the new CD's called Buy a Thread. Everyone should go out and get it.
Okay.
Government Mule.
In that case, I'll play something from it.
Good. What's the name of
this is called Forevermore.
Forevermore. Warren Haynes.
And you have to envision it with a loud rock and roll band.
Of course.
I can feel the rain fall down like tears upon the shoulders. I can feel the hard wind blow on forevermore. I can feel the gods look down. Some laugh while some are crying. I can feel the wasted tears cry on forevermore. Can't you see? My whole world is nothing without you. Can't you see? My whole world is nothing without you. Once in a lullaby, up paper sun was shining. Now that it's all burned up, darkness forevermore. Can't you see? My whole world is nothing without you. Can't you see? My whole world is nothing without you. Where will I run to when I need a place to hide? Far away from New York City. Who will I turn to now that our love has died? I can feel the rain fall like it on the shoulders, but I can't feel my love. She's gone forevermore.
Damn. Had to turn the mics back on. Warren Haynes, Forevermore from the Government Mule CD Buy a Thread, which is in stores right now.
Great, man. Sounds
hell of a voice, right?
Sounds really good.
Let's go to Bill in Boston. Bill, what's going on?
Well, Bill.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey, Bill. All right, Bill.
Hey, Warren, I just want to tell you, I'm looking at my iTunes right now, downloading the new Government Mule. And I want to let you know Soul Shine is such a beautiful song, man. Thanks for keeping it alive.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's an amazing song.
Now, again, to an ignorant person, Soul Shine is from when?
Well, I wrote it in the 80s. The Allman Brothers didn't record it until 93, and then Government Mule did a version in 2000, 2001. So it's been around. A few different people have recorded and stuff. It's kind of turned into a staple on our scene.
Yeah,
Do you do covers?
We do, and when we do a long show, we do like 3 hours, and so we feel like doing a couple of covers is kind of cool for us and for the audience. You know, if it was a shorter show, we probably wouldn't. But
what's your favorite cover song to do?
You know, there's so many of them. I mean, I pull out like Into the Mystic by Van Morrison and stuff like that. You know, Traffic. Last night before last in Philly, we did our Halloween show. And this, I don't want to give people the wrong idea. This only happens on Halloween and New Year's. We do something crazy. But in Philly at the Tower Theater, we did 90 minutes of Rolling Stones songs. And last Halloween, we did 90 minutes of Pink Floyd songs with a laser light show and all this stuff. It's just something wacky to do on the holidays.
Something different. Very cool.
You know, and then on New Year's, we always have some sort of theme and turn the stage into some, setup that we've never used before. And, we've done like what we called the Winter of Love, the anniversary of 1967, where we did all songs from 1967 and stuff like that. And this year, the theory is that the theme is relating somehow to Woodstock. So we're doing the 30th and the 31st at the Beacon, and on the 31st we do our crazy New Year's show.
If you want my input, I would say 90 minutes of Helen Reddy songs.
Yeah, as long as you sing them, I'm cool.
Yeah, Jimmy's a big Sabbath fan. You should do some Sabbath or some Ozzy or something.
We actually have done War Pigs. We've done Sweet Leaf. We even the Allman Brothers even did Dazed and Confused in the middle of Mountain Jam, if you can believe that or not. And I do this thing in Asheville, North Carolina called the Christmas Jam. It's the charity show that I do every year, and this year it's on December 12th. A couple of years ago, John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin came. The Allman Brothers came. So we talked everybody in the middle of Mountain Jam. We went into Dazed and Confused with John Paul Jones playing bass. And the place went nuts,
Of course.
Merging those two bands together is something nobody would ever expect. But, this far down the line, we're up for anything.
All right, everyone wants to talk to you. Let's go to Al in Maryland. Al, what's up? Al, did we lose you?
Al. Hey, Warren. Hey, good morning. Hey. Wow. Can't believe I'm talking to Warren Haynes. I'm a huge fan. I saw your show in D.C. on my birthday in August, a great hot summer night. You rocked it out. I just picked up the new album. Just your songs really hit a spot of me. I'm driving today and got 1 million miles to go. Just always got some Buell with me. So really appreciate what you do, and you made my birthday. They yanked a friend of mine off your stage that night. She was standing on your monitor, and I don't know if you remember that.
That could be a problem.
She sure does. She has some good pictures of it, but they finally pulled her off. But just what a great way to spend my birthday. I appreciate it, and loving the new album. So if you're going to do another song, I Am a Ram, brother.
Well, thank you. Happy birthday.
Right on. Let's go to Waylon in Georgia. Waylon.
Warren.
Hello.
Hey, man, it's great to talk to you. I'm a very big fan. I was able to make it to the Christmas Jam last year, and y'all come out with John Paul Jones and played an entire set of Zeppelin, and it was just the most amazing night of music I've ever seen. Great inspiration to myself and my band, and I just want to thank you for keeping what we think rock and roll is alive and well and thriving.
Well, thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Warren.
A lot of ass-kissing, no questions, Warren. What's that about?
A lot of ass-kissing, really.
Want to hear a question from one of these guys. Rob, Sacramento. We're hanging with Warren Haynes.
Awesome to talk to you, Warren. I get completely gay over guitar tone, and I have to tell you, when I see you live, I've seen you live more than half a dozen times, and every time I see you live, your guitar tone just makes me smile, man. It's just a great sound, and you hit me right in the heart, man. I really love it.
Well, thank you very much.
And once again, no question. All right, let's go to Keith in Louisiana. Keith.
Hey, I got two things, actually. He does an excellent version of One by U2 on Live at Bonnaroo.
Wow.
Which I check out. But one, I hear a lot of Duane Allman, of course, in your slide playing, and Elmore James, but who else are your influences as far as slide playing?
Slide playing, Muddy Waters, and Ry Cooder, and Lowell George, David Lindley, and obviously Duane Allman and Elmore James that you listed. There aren't as many great slide guitar players as there are great guitar players. So
absolutely.
The list of influences is a little shorter.
Well, who do you listen to now? Obviously, Derek is a phenomenal slide player now, but who do you see as up and coming?
Well, I wouldn't say up and coming, but Sonny Landreth is one of the greatest slide players out there as well.
Yeah. Louisiana guy.
Yeah, and of course Luther Dickinson that's playing with the Crows now is an old friend, and he's playing great as well.
Right.
And I think we're seeing a lot of young rockers coming out for the first time in a while.
Right. Well, man, I really appreciate everything you do. You're an amazing musician.
Thank you.
All right.
What is a slide player?
Where you put a bottle
it is
on your finger and play it, like, emulating like pedal steel or something.
Let's go to Rebel in Mississippi. Rebel.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Warren, man, you are the greatest fucking slide player ever.
Thank
that
you.
The video of you and Derek playing in a like a dressing room, kind of improvising on Old Friend. Man, that is the greatest fucking song I've ever heard you play as far as the slide goes. You would blow their mind if you could play that for them.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Well, we'd like to get one more song out of you. I don't know what. I don't know. I mean, you did two
Old
already.
Friend.
But... Warren, you want to do one more for us today?
Sure, why not?
Which one do you feel like playing?
Well, he requested Old Friend, so maybe I'll do that.
What's the backstory with this one?
Well, he was talking about a version that Derek Trucks and I did at the Beacon Theater in the dressing room that's like a bonus track on the live Allman Brothers DVD. And on YouTube, it's quite popular. But this is a song that I wrote long time ago.
Okay.
In the hard times, just an old friend to me. In the hard times, just an old friend to me. Tell me now, old friend, oh, when you gonna let me be? Come a hot wind, howling down, blowing my soul. Gonna be a hot wind, it's howling down, blowing my soul. Well, I ain't an old man, oh, but you know my time ain't long. Be a hard rain, hear it in the distance, sounds so near. Be a hard rain, hear it in the distance, sounds so near. People, when the rain comes, oh, it's gonna wash us all away from here. Won't you tell me what can't you be? Mean old woman. Oh, people, won't you tell me what can't you be? She's the only woman that ever meant a damn to me. Said hard times, just an old friend to me. See, in the hard times, just an old friend to me. Tell me now, old friend, oh, when you gonna let me be? Tell me now, old friend, when you gonna let me be? Tell me now, old friend, when you gonna let this poor man be?
blown away. That just blew me away, Warren.
Thank you.
I've never heard that song before. Where can you find it?
Let's see. It's on the Allman Brothers record, "Hitting the Note."
Okay.
And it's just a the two of us playing like this.
Yeah, right on.
As soon as I heard the slide, like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so
Yeah,
I
of course,
recognize
of
the sound.
course.
It's great, man.
Wow, I'm blown away by that one.
Yeah, it's always cool, like, because I'm such a narrow ass when it comes to music. Like, I listen to 3 things from the 70s, and then I fucking stop. If it's not Kiss or Sabbath, I don't know it. And it's always cool when you find somebody that you haven't listened to, and now I want to go on iTunes and just buy all your shit.
Cool.
Did you ever think you were born at the wrong time? You got like such a old soul about you. Like you should have been around in the early '70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean all the music that I love was from '67 to '73. You know,
right?
That's my favorite era of rock and roll.
Who in particular?
I like everything. I mean, the Allman Brothers were a huge influence on me growing up.
And then to join the band, that had to have been so fucked up, right?
It was such a kind of a long process that it didn't kind of hit me as much as it might have if it had been immediate. But I joined Dickie Betts' band in the 80s. And the entire time that I was in Dickie's band, the general consensus was the Allman Brothers will never play together again. And so I just kind of took them at their word, never assumed that they were going to reunite. And then in 89, I got a call saying, we're putting the Allman Brothers back together and we want you to be in it. So at that point, I had been in Dickie's band for 3 years, which was kind of like a gradual sort of initiation, as opposed to Alan Woody, the bass player, who just auditioned and the next day, okay, you're in the Allman Brothers. You know, that had to be harder.
Right. Wow. Unbelievable. I think the Allman Brothers are going to go on forever. We talk about this from time to time where, like, the original guys leave or unfortunately die, whatever, and the band continues. And I think we're going to enter a period in music where the bands are going to continue and there's going to be no original members left.
Yeah, and you never know because there's a lot of firsts going on right now. I think this is the first time that kids and their parents like the same music. It's the first time we're seeing rock stars do their 40th, 45th anniversary. You know, we're seeing, you know, the guys in the Grateful Dead been doing this for 45 years, and it's amazing, you know. And Phil Lesh in his 70s are out there touring.
Is he in his 70s
now? What is Phil? He's got to be close, you know. And he's Googling, right? You're Googling all that?
We're trying to figure it out, but I think you're about right.
I should know, but it's early and I don't. But but you know, I think it's awesome. You know, John Lee Hooker was playing when he was in his 80s, and I think that's awesome. But who knows what'll happen with what you're talking about?
A couple more phone calls, and then we'll get you out of here. We got Tim in North Carolina. Tim.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Warren. I was wondering. Well, how are you this morning?
Good.
I was wondering about Train. That song off of Live at Roseland. That's just monster. I mean, that's amazing. What does it take you to get through that?
Well, the original version of Train, which is spelled Trane, like John Coltrane, was on our first studio record, and then the Live at Roseland version you're talking about. The studio version was 8 minutes. The live version is 18 minutes. So within a year, it had grown 10 minutes. It's one of those songs that developed out of a jam, and just whatever happens. We don't play it very often, and we kind of incorporate a lot of different motifs into it and stuff. But it's one that the audience likes a lot. But yeah, it is a workout, you know, especially for Matt Apps, our drummer. It's like playing a whole show in one song.
Oh yeah, and he's the man as well.
All right. Hey, thank you, Tim. Let's go to John in North Carolina.
Can I ask a question before
you
go?
Sure.
If there's anybody that you want to jam with that you haven't played with yet?
That the list of people that I have played with is thankfully really full.
Massive.
and I'm very grateful for that. People that I haven't, B.B. King, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page. I've met all of those guys, never played with them. And Carlos Santana and I have talked about doing something together, but we haven't done it as of yet. But that's my short list.
Those are the 4 that if you could jam with any 4 people or anyone, it would be one of those guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Warren, something I've noticed about you for many years. Why are you so down to earth? It's cool. It's refreshing, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Nice to see, but someone like yourself could be a real motherfucker.
I think it was from having 2 older brothers that would kick my ass if I wasn't.
If you changed
Yeah.
when the fame came?
Yeah, or not. Just being uppity at all. You know, they'd kick my ass.
Right. All right. Let's go to John in North Carolina. John.
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
I just want to give a shout out to Warren. Calling from Asheville, Warren. You make us proud, brother.
Thank you very much.
Want to catch you at the Christmas jam, and that's all I got. And y'all have a good day. And happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
We're hearing a lot of Southern accents today because of you, Warren. I noticed that. All right, so we got the new CD by a Thread, Government Mule. I highly recommend everyone go get that.
Absolutely.
You're not into the whole taping thing these days, right?
Well, we do let people record with microphones.
But the video thing is driving you nuts?
No video.
Yeah.
But we encourage people to bring their mics and their recording gear and trade as long as there's no money exchanging hands. And we offer what we think is a better alternative, which is called muletracks.com, where you can go on muletracks.com and download any show that we've done since 2004 and pay a nominal fee for an extremely high-quality version of it.
That's so smart because any show you're at, it's like all bands should do that because if you go to a show and you like the version of the song or whatever, you can just go and just download the show you're at, which is really smart move.
Well, when the Allman Brothers do it in a hard CD form, Grateful Dead do it in hard CD form, Mule does it in a downloadable situation. And, you know, it only makes sense for bands that play a different show every night. Because we play, you know, our repertoire is like 400 songs. So we'll do a bunch of nights in a row and not repeat any songs. And,
wow.
That's the only way it makes sense. If you're playing the same 14 songs night after night, then nobody cares.
Yeah, Jimmy, when I saw the Allman Brothers at the Beacon Theater, I saw 1 out of the 20 whatever nights, and then I went home and watched the rest of the shows online.
Oh, yeah, I
the
remember
sound quality was amazing. There was like a 7-camera shoot. It was like they were on HBO every night.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, smart.
And we did 100 songs at the Beacon.
100 different songs?
Yeah, during that run.
And a lot of the songs were really long, so.
Yeah.
How many nights is that?
15.
Jesus,
Yeah,
that's
they
great.
do a whole month. They do a whole month at the Beacon Theater.
I panic about one comedy club if I'm going to have more than 80 people. What a great feeling to walk into 15 sold-out shows.
All right, let's get Warren out of here. He's got a plane to catch. Berlin. Wow.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun.
Did we do it all? We got the new CD, Buy a Thread by Government Mule. And
there's one gig, too. Tickets are on sale. It's the 21st annual Christmas Jam. The Counting Crows, Ani DeFranco, Government Mule, and more. And that's at the Asheville Civic Center in Alabama. That was one of the things they put. XmasJam.com. You can get tickets there for.
Yeah, XmasJam.com. You can check out tickets, and we're going to add more and more artists as it gets closer to that. Christmas Jam is my charity show that's for Habitat for Humanity, and it sells out every year, so I encourage people to buy tickets in advance.
Cool. Great. Hey, this was a pleasure, Warren.
My pleasure.
Warren Haynes, everyone. We'll take a break. Opie and Anthony.